Good afternoon, everyone. Hello, hello, hello.
5050505.
Hello, Twitch chat, ducklings. How are you doing today? Hello, and welcome back. Hope you're all having a lovely Wednesday today. Hello, and welcome to, well, what is expectable? Let's start that again. Hold up. Rewind. Hello, everyone, and welcome to what is basically a bonus Wednesday stream. I hope you're all doing well today. Galandia, congratulations on the first, and good afternoon, Maddie. You are the best duckling. Hello, Maddie. How are you doing today? Eldu, good afternoon. And Earthen, good morning to you. Thank you for the 50 months. That's a lot of months. That is many a month. Thank you so much. That's crazy. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Zilly. Was born in 49. That takes me back to the good old days without regulations and rules. Ah, back before OSHA. Yeah. Long before. There's no way in hell you were born in 49, Silly. There is no way in hell. I do not believe it for a second. Was all woozy said some food, lie down. Yeah, get some rest, get some food. That's probably always a good idea, right? Pre-OSHA times were terrible, don't romanticize the past. I mean, no, they were terrible for workers. That's not my problem. In general, I am a staunch believer in the fact that the past was the worst. We might look at the world today and realize that things are going bad. But if you look back, you will find that it used to be worse. It used to probably be worse. I was trying to born that, trust me, bro. I have family that was born around that time, and I assure you, they do not know the usage of the word bro. Zilly's probably from, what, 1999 or something? Like, I believe the 9 at the end, but it might be like 99. It might be 2009, but that would be a problem. Kensei, good afternoon. Hello, Kensei. And Seth, you are the best duckling. Hello, Seth. How are you doing? Hello. The graph was going up and to the right for a short... I mean, the graph is always going to the right. That's because the bottom axis is labeled time. You know? Like, if it stops going to the right, let me know. That's a bit of an issue. People literally had meth in chocolate before they found out the side effects and banned them afterwards. Isn't that fun? Skeleton! 1999 is me. Also, hello, Skeleton. Hope you're well. 94 boy here. See, like... 89, Zilly. 89 here. I got you. Don't worry about it. Meth in chocolate is fine. The problem was selling people radium water. Lead paint. Asbestos. What else do we have? Radiation poisoning. I don't know. We turn 89 this year. Wait, that's not how that works. No, I refuse. I'm not turning 89 yet. No. I veto. Strong veto. Strong veto. Where are my glasses? There we go. Strong veto. Speaking of anachronistic weirdness, today, we are going to have a look at a new video game. New video game, everyone. First off, the disclaimers. Today is a sponsored stream, or, well, the first part of the stream is a sponsored stream, I can tell you that. How long that first part will go, and whether the first part might be the only part, that's a different story. We'll see about that. I'll let you know. Today, Grid and Valor released. Grid and Valor is a mech roguelike tactics game. It is not turn-based, mind you. It is not turn-based, which comes with a number of issues if you're me. But it has mech, it has roguelike, and it has, like, tactics. You know, and I'll play it. Thank you, sponsors of the wonderful game. I'll ask everyone my friends to buy it. I don't do that. Like, when we take sponsorships, Lily, when we take sponsorships, in whatever form they may arrive, A, I tell you, B, I mean, that's my legal obligation. I'm not a good guy for doing that. I have to. But B, I don't do, like, calls to action as in, like, you should buy this now. What you'll get from me is, like, my opinion on the bloody thing. And that will probably almost always be, hey, this is cool, or hey, this is one of those two things. There might be a middle somewhere. So one of those three things. If I have a contract that says, hey, I have to have like a link up that people need to click or stuff like this, I'll tell you that too. But like in general, I don't do the whole like, yeah, you should buy this now. No, you should. And if you have the time and are so inclined, I'd be happy if you looked at what we're going to be doing with it today and then made a decision for yourself whether that's your kind of thing. Never more than that. Never more than that. Like at the end of the day, a lot of streaming boils down, like what a lot of streaming boils down to, like towards like the mid-size stuff is being an advertisement platform. That's what pays the rent, right? But there's different ways to do that. Right? Hey, Craig, how you doing? The sun radiates us all the time. That's okay. But you put some into the water and people act like you are a crazy scientist. Like having 3 eyes is bad. This chest tentacle has been utterly helpful. I do not know why people are freaking out when I grab a bottle of water with it. Like, or, you know, a small child as a snack. I do not understand what their problem is with that. Quite honestly. You think these jokes would be better if I took improv classes? You think that'd help, or like it might be too far gone? This might be past resuscitation, honestly. People hate being in the rain, but we'll take a bath full of water. Makes you think. Well, one of these is cozy, has nice music playing, and I have a book in my hand. The other one is a bathtub full of water. Oh. Ugh. Dark at mid-serving tentacles. I didn't know such thing. You mean these streams aren't part of the improv homework? No. I talked Milo into getting into taking improv classes, and he seems to be having fun with it, which is great. But the problem with improv classes, as much as I would like to take some, is that they are universally outside and in person. Both, like all 3 of these words, outside, in person, are things that I don't like. There's this instinctual behavior that I have to like suppress right now that is hissing at it because that seems weird. But I don't know. No. People say they like fruits, but immediately complain when I throw an apple directly at their head. People say they like fruits, but are afraid of fruit bats. What's up with that? People pile up rocks to live in, but if I throw rocks at them, suddenly I'm the bad guy. Awful. So everyone, today's stream will be Grid and Valor. I have not looked at it yet at all. And I've like there hasn't been like too much preview stuff. Basically, my NDA for this, like I was under NDA for this until about 2 hours ago. And I think we all had the same deal. So there hasn't been like too much content coverage that I'm aware of. We're kicking this off right now. I'm sure there are some outlets that like got early access to it, but we'll see. Misty, good morning. Hello. Use coconuts for throwing at heads purposes. Do not idly look upon the mountain of rocks, but rather ask yourself who to pelt with them. Right? That is always the maxim. It's it's big leagues business. I don't know about that, Crembo. I don't know whether it's like a synchronized press embargo thing. It's the content creator outreach management people at Guillotine that for some reason still unaccountably give me access to video games. Told told me, here's the embargo. I'm pretty sure they told everyone else the same thing. Someone should, like, stop them. They are out there roaming the streets, giving me access to video games. I don't know what, like, how they're getting off on that. Like, they should, honestly, please don't stop. Please give me, no, I don't know. There's some really cool upcoming titles, but we're not here to talk about cool upcoming titles today. I mean, maybe we are, we'll see. Brethren, there should have been Panzer Grab, and you would have almost been there. You would have almost been there. Unfortunately, you fell short at the hurdle. Face planted as well. I'm so sorry. Hope you're doing well, brethren. All right, let me get this up and running. Whoop. Oh, it has sound. Okay. And okay. Zoop, button. Let's do this. First things first. Settings. What do we have? Unit select slow time. Cool. Okay, so we know we're real time, but I'm pretty sure we're real time with pause. If not, we have a problem. Field marker size. I don't know what any of this means yet. Lock mouse to screen. Aha, this is why it's not being windowed full screen. Wonderful. Audio. There is no don't mute this when I tab out button. Fuck. Don't like it. But okay. Let's see about controls very quickly. Mouse behavior, 2 buttons. Camera movement is standard. Select unit. Deselect unit, backspace. Select unit left, never mind, don't care. Select unit 1, 2, 3, 4. No problem. Usability F. Freeze time space. There we go. Slow time C. Ooh. Speed up time V. Enhancements. Wonderful. What do we have on the other? Language. Analytics. Not all that stuff. It asks you on startup about analytics instead of having them enabled by default. Like it. MJM, good afternoon. Hope you're doing well. Hello. 2 buttons as opposed to what? 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18? 18. 18. Any higher bids? Does that do it? Maddie, you are the best duckling. The title goes back to Maddie. Woo! Okay, let's leave all of this where it is. Pick the 18 button scheme, but I can't. Unplayable. The chick is wondering how the ducks are doing on this midweek. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I have had a very productive day. And by very productive, I mean Cass got me back into Limbus, and I just cleared Railway. First try. After not playing for over a year. Hurrah, I only yelled loudly multiple times. I'm very proud of myself. I've got some housework I was supposed to do today that I fucking didn't. Play Limbus? No, I'm never playing Limbus on stream. No, not ever again, Zilly. Never again. Never again, I'm sorry. I'm over a year behind. The last time I played was before Valpurgis 1. B, I don't really have like the skill at it anymore that I used to have during launch. And C, I still do not like the overall vibe of those streams. I can just imagine you streaming it in my head. There might be a couple streams of it coming up on Discord every now and again. Like if I do things now. There might be a couple of those coming up on our Discord. I sometimes just sit in general streaming random shit that I do off stream when I'm bored. So that, back into Gacha, no, I was never out of Gacha. I'm currently playing GFL 2 in Limbus. Like, I'm usually playing a Gacha game. Like, there's usually one that I'm playing and then something else comes out and, you know. There was a flyover by 2 black choppers today. There was one yesterday as well. We have flyovers by helicopters all the time here. And that's because we have a nearby hospital with a fucking helipad. And they are prolific. Prolific. MJM says some telecom guy just visited me and talked about signing something so I could get into material for the new connection they had laid ages ago. I found it fishy and said goodbye. Yeah, no, that's exactly what I would have done. I mean, how much is the fish? Woo! Reference that won't make any fucking sense to non-Germans. Let's go! 2 at once really close to each other? What? Oh, helicopter feet. What? I wouldn't be worried, Columbia. It might be like a flight school, might be just like some routine shit, might be anything. I wouldn't worry about that whatsoever. Remember, the military still exists, but like for like existing reasons as well. So, don't worry about it. All right. Speaking of military, haha, the shitty segues. Abundant. Let's see.
1949. World War II rages on.
Does
The
it?
evil Axis forces have destroyed Europe with their legion of giant mechs.
Look at
Most
them.
of the Allied forces have been defeated. The few survivors have been pushed back to the North Atlantic. The Axis death squads hunt down the remaining civilians,
But the
forcing
mechs
many
look
survivors
cool.
into labor camps deep underground.
Don't do that, Columbia.
Hope remains.
I'm gonna be like
A small group of allies
really bad
have
for these
regrouped
jokes
off
today.
the
Do
coast
not
of
do that.
Scotland and
I
prepare
will,
their captured mechs
like,
for a
send giant
detonation.
stompy mechs after you.
Their plan is to travel deep into enemy territory and detonate an EMP in the Axis HQ, known as Machine Tower. The explosion will disable all Axis mech production and take down their communications.
Oh, that's the roguelike aspect?
This elite
That's what we need to do?
is known as the Resistance, and they are the last hope to save the world.
And they don't have imagination when it comes to naming. I was really thinking about it. No, don't do that. So before we start, obviously we're like alternate history stuff, etc., etc. However, I don't do World War II shit for many reasons. One of them is that the jokes are too fucking obvious. And I don't want to deal with them. I know that my normal community like behaves itself when they know that they have to, but outside of that they don't. And honestly, please don't change. Do not change. But like I don't want to have to deal with that shit. Right? So please do not. Also, Ham, good morning. I hope you're doing well. We behave? Honestly, yeah, Maddie. Yeah. As much as, like, I want to make fun of, like, haha, Twitch chat, haha, gremlins, haha, you all are so awful. Like, y'all are... You can be a bit unruly at times, but, like, the amount of sleep I've lost over, oh my god, my community is so awful, is exactly 0. Like, exactly fucking 0. Over the last 7 years. So, I don't know. Oh, just hold yourself back a little. Yeah, like, some minor decorum. Alright, so let's see. Tactics. Cover. We're starting with cover instead of with, like, how controls work. That's great. That's great. So, position your units on cover tiles to shield them for damage. Beware though, cover only shields you from damage in the direction it faces and can be destroyed by enemy attacks. Tornus! Tornus! How you doing, dude? Well, link to click? No link to click. No track link. No tracking link. No tracking link. I can give you the Steam link for everyone. I can do that. I don't mind. Whoop. Whoop. There we go. There you are. Have a Steam link. But no tracking links. I don't have deliverables. I do not have deliverables outside of streaming it, like, now. That is all that I have today. I have a minor obligation, well, I have an obligation to cover it. That is it. Yeah, no, brethren, please, like, unless they're incredibly funny and incredibly witty, and I've never heard them before, in that case, I'll make an exception. But if you trip up, this limitation enforced by snipers on nearby rooftops, I'll tell you that right now. Tornus, I hope you're doing well, dude. Twitch chat, speaking of links to things, hold up, I need to send you all a link to something. This is wonderful. So yesterday we raided Tornus after stream, right? We raided Tornus after stream. And today he uploaded the VOD and everything, right? So if you missed yesterday's stream, not only is this the start for his like hard, really like demonic DD2 playthrough, but also I'm in the thumbnail. I made it. I'm a big streamer now. Whee! Which is very, very kind, by the way. We had a really lovely conversation towards like the later 50% of the stream. We talked a lot about like various games, like the state of turn-based tactics games, like a lot of things coming out. It was a really nice convo. Thomas messaged me after that, going like, "Give me your PNG. I'm putting you in the fucking thumbnail. 60% of my stream wasted on you fucks." I'm like, yeah, no, that's fair. So I figured I have 0 clout, but here, have a link. It doesn't XCOM as style fighting. I know what game did it first, just the one that came to mind first. Oh, I know what, like, no, XCOM is one of the games that, like, so many things get like, moved towards breath, and don't worry about it. I know what you mean. And no, it is not. It is not. We'll get into that in a second. I reckon there will be a tutorial. So, position your units on cover tiles to shield them from damage, but whether cover only shields you from damage in the direction it faces, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, sure. That was just a loading screen hint. Never mind. Where the fuck did these rooms come from? We built them. Welcome to the training grounds. Commander, I'm General Larkin, and here I'll teach you the crucial know-how needed for your upcoming mission. I'll provide you with essential strategic and tactical insights to keep you safe on the battlefield. But not too safe, that would be boring. Commander, first let me introduce your command vehicle. If it is destroyed, the mission is lost. It must be protected at all costs. We haven't, like, gotten the whole, like, remote control thing ready yet, so you need to be on the battlefield, unfortunately. We're a couple years out from drone control. To protect your command vehicle, you have an elite squad of mechs. However, in training today, we don't have the funding, so you only have 1 ironclad mech at your disposal. It looks fancy. Now, you know the units you'll be commanding. Let's learn how to observe the battlefield. A little bit of danger never killed anyone. I'm pretty sure that is exactly what kills people. Good job, Commander. Our enemies will approach via helicopter, so make sure to keep an eye out for incoming threats. Here we get to shoot things down. Here comes an enemy now, so let's get you up to speed without to command your squad in combat scenarios. Using the left mouse button, pick your ironclad mech to select it and view weapons range. Also, pause the game. Click on a tile with the right mouse button to move your mech. Oh. It doesn't matter. Use your mech to eliminate the enemies. So we're real time with pause, is what we are. Thought they were shooting back. Nice work, Commander. Tactical positioning of your units will aid you greatly in combat, and pairing the advanced strategies I'm about to teach you with the correct positioning will prove vital. XCOM without aliens, not a turn-based tactics game, so no. No. Much less XCOM. Much less. Someone dies, then the danger is retroactively reclassified as extreme danger? Well, no. If someone's died to it, then the danger is usually gone, right? Like, there's no one there anymore, proximity cleared, no more danger. Meaning, it's no longer a problem? The first of these is knowing that units have strengths and weaknesses. Your Ironclad Mech is a ballistic class unit, so its attacks are strong against fire class units. Triangle, baby! Less XCOM, more Fire Emblem. Also not the right game. I appreciate the differentiation between XCOM and Fire Emblem. If you want the trifecta, by the way, I think the trifecta should be XCOM, Fire Emblem, FFT. Like, those are 3 games that are very, very popular mainstream, and that are just about different enough and cover a large width of things. But no, it's none of these games. It's... You know what this looks like? It looks like real-time Into the Breach. That's what it looks like right now. So, and even that's bad. So, the first of these is knowing that units are blah, 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 blah. We're good against fire things. The incoming mech is a fire class. So your Iron Mech, I do dislike that. Oh no, it just does that. That max attack will deal increased damage against it. I don't get to like select facing. Look at it! The chainsaws on the front are really important. What's better to use in combat against with a witch care? Does XCOM beat FFT, FFT beat Fire Emblem, and Fire Emblem beat XCOM? Everything beats XCOM, unfortunately. The balance wasn't all that good. The triangle isn't very balanced. It's like rock, paper, scissors, but scissors is shit and rusty. Your Ironclad mech made quick work of that mech, but while it can easily dispose of fire class units, you want to avoid explosive class units. I do love the triangle being fire, explosion, and ballistics. Hell yeah. The fucking normal type? Yeah, but there is no ghost type. The next advanced strategy I'll talk about is taking advantage of the terrain through attacking enemies from the high ground. When your mech attacks from the high ground, their attacks will deal increased damage. And the greater the height advantage, the greater the damage. Plunging fire, baby. Look at it go! I wish I could zoom in closer. That's my one regret. Okay, we do about 20% more damage like that. Now you've learned some offensive approaches. What is this? Avoid taking hits, you want to make use of cover on the battlefield. While units are in cover, the cover will absorb attacks that are made against them. Okay, cover is just additional HP, basically. Wonderful. An older reference, but I feel like watching Care play Hotline Miami would be fun for everybody but Care. Don't know why I just thought about this. Hotline Miami was one of the games that was in contention for the Celeste stream, for the Care plays a game he doesn't really care about as like sort of punishment stream. It was one of the games in contention for that. Eventually Celeste won out, and unfortunately I ended up enjoying that. Can't wait to see him committing war crimes and remember history is written by the winners. That is correct. So the command vehicle just looks like a pickup truck with tank treads. You know what? Yeah, no. This looks like we got some metal boxes and didn't know what to do with them, so we put treads on them. Not a scratch on your mech. The cover is doing its job perfectly, but with it taking all those hits, it will eventually be destroyed. Oh, I do like that it like progressively gets worn down. Use it tactically. In a tactics game? There's just one last thing I need to go over with you, and that's objectives. Objectives will feature on each battlefield and are optional to undertake, but will offer you additional resources if you choose to complete them. Yes, please?
Yes, Commander. Targeting that objective.
Oh.
Where's the fight?
We don't need to click things.
Roger that.
Hold up. Stamped the wrong thing. We've got hotkeys, everything's fine. Please, Canada, wow. The noise it makes isn't healthy, surely, right? Good work, you'll encounter plenty of different objectives which will require you to undertake different actions, so beware. And with that you've learned everything you need to know. Really? Aren't you forgetting something? Of course, how can I forget about esteemed mech pilots and abilities? Each pilot brings their own ability to their mech, and your command vehicle ability can be used to support your squad. Reading. Field repairs. Call in air support to deploy an advanced mechanized arm, rapidly repairing any unit that steps onto its platform. We didn't have the budget for the rest of the machine. And also, Jump Jet allows the mech to leap across the terrain, dealing damage to any enemy where it lands. No, I wanna do the yap. 250 is a little bit of damage. Oh god, that's a lot of bit of damage. What the fuck? Nothing scarier than seeing a 100 tons of steel flying towards you. But just remember that each ability has limited uses. Ah, I thought it was just a cooldown. I was getting ready to spam this shit. I should use them strategically. In a tactics game, strategic. With that, you're now ready to take the fight to the Axis. Good luck out there, and I wish they'd called them something else. And you can return to the training grounds later if you need a refresh on anything. Aha! Indubitably! I hope not, brethren. I hope not. Okay, lattice map. Let's go. Now it's because of... oh. It pains me to see these islands under the Axis boot. Our people are forced to build the very machines that keep them enslaved. Dr. Z's mechs. Really? We're really not bothering naming things like anything, right? Like, we're really not bothering today? So-called General Harmsworth has feathered his nest, as he always has done, with luxuries and a compound in the south of England. Find your way to General Harmsworth's laboratory. Go from town to town and show the people of Britain that we can fight back. Free Hobart. Then get the EMP up and running and blow Dr. Z's mechanical empire to kingdom come. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh, we have to start there. We can't. So, WASD works for camera control for the map stuff, right? Dragging also works. Middle mouse button works on a map, but doesn't work here. Scrolling your mouse wheel, however, that's the thing that does it. That's the thing that does it. Okay. So, let's see what kind of notes we have. We have a combat note, which is combat. It also tells us ballistic class units primarily occupy this location, so if we had explosions, we'd be cool. I don't think we do. We might. That's a defend objective there. We can see like little icons there, so there's a lot of like explosions coming up. Advanced combat, increased reward rarity. Use advanced strategies. Okay, cool. We have unknown. Elite combat, so there's a level between elite, between normal and elite. That's very nifty. Cool, like the scaling. Let's go in. It's Slay the Spire. I will end you. Command vehicle ability, field repair, call in air support. Yep, we've read this. Select a tile for airdrop repair pad to be delivered to. Move any unit to the repair pad location. Any friendly unit that is moved onto repair pad will be partially repaired. Okay. So let's see. Defend the command vehicle. Defend the tents. The tents are the optional, I reckon. I've added a new mech to your roster, Commander. The Drakan is a fire class mech, making it strong against explosive enemies, but weak against ballistic. It should serve you well. The mech's pilot is Jan Novak. Jan, I don't know. Whose ability will allow you to deploy mines on the... Ooh, better. There's only one map design? No, this is different. It's small, but there's different. Oh, you mean the lattice map stuff, Tornes? Yeah. The enemy are really careful where they step up.
Keep your wits about you.
Okay, we've got incoming from there. I reckon you are, like, more close range than anything else, right? You absolutely are.
Seeking cover. Where's the fight?
Are you cover? Or are you death? No, cover is green.
Heading for cover.
Oh, that's also high ground.
I'm here. Up I go.
Can we shoot them now, or do doctrines, like, demand that we do this later? I thought we'd be fighting mechs. Clearly the answer is no. Let's move things over. Get those. Wave 1 out of 4. Oh, there's many a wave. What is that? Do not know. It is something.
Enemy incoming.
Where's the fight? Roger that.
Okay, we've got fire. Oh! Oh! Loot! Loot! With Stompy Max today? Yes! Hey, Nonchalant, how you doing? So you start in Scotland. Why are there no kills on mechs? Because these pilots do not have enough hair on their chest for kills? That's why? Weaklings, all of them? So, what do we have? Quickfire weakness. Your Drakan has a chance to double tap when attacking an enemy weak to its attacks. It's the enemy a second time. Okay, cool. The chance is 5%. Rapid initiative. When your Ironclad attacks a high health enemy, it has a chance to double tap them. Over 80%, 5%. And a rapid strike. The Ironclad has increased fire rate and its attacks have a chance to inflict exposed. Takes increased damage. 20% chance, 50% fire rate. Yes, that's what we're taking. Looks cool. Wish there was more cover here. And I wish we weren't... So one thing that's going to be interesting to see is the HP situation, right? Oh, we're getting like countered by this. Okay, hold up. Hold up. So the uses, are they... Oh no, let's not do that. Are the uses per map or are they per like everything? That's what I'm wondering. Because... Oh god. Please jump. Okay. That does not need to be gathered by a command vehicle. Ability to recharge or restore ability charges to your jump jet. Yes? We just used that? Wonderful. Next wave, down there. I should start learning hotkeys. Drakan is on 3. You go there. That's not cover. I know that, unfortunately. There's every chance that... Oh, you can't dump mines onto their deployment. I see. And they have high ground now. If we get you over there, and these guys to just move, then we're just going to sit here for a while. For like a little bit. Ballistics, ballistics. You can see the bonus damage ticking there. That's kind of cool. Right now they're just walking. What? Nah. Slowly but surely. Slowly but fucking surely, I tell you. I don't think there's much else for us to stand at. What do we have here? Repair kit. Restore health of your ironclad. Cool. 80 more health. The ironclad is down like 52. Or just restore health on the Drakan, which is down about 105. Let's go restore the flamethrower a little. Mind you, I'm pretty sure that after this one, we're going to be down a lot more. Oh, they do the little movement dance. That's the wrong target, darling. Thank you. Ballistics, ballistics. Wait. We don't want to be next to ballistics. I don't quite know how I designate targets. That is so far a problem. No one doesn't say that the civilian tanks need to be full health, right? I could just let these tank for a bit. Never mind. Tired but good. Hell yeah. Spent the majority of my day yesterday installing my new liquid cooling CPU cooler. I had to rearrange more than I expected to get it to fit. Wilds forced me to finally upgrade from my Nocta. Yeah, Wilds does demand, doesn't it? Wilds does demand. Oh, the upgrade went well. I demand my kilted mech with bagpipe-themed flamethrower. Dude, hell yeah. Imagine it just goes... and then the flames kill you. So, we have Targeted Fury. Your ironclad deals increased damage and its attacks have a chance to inflict tagged, which makes them take high damage after a short delay. Okay. And 20% more damage as well. Deals increased weakness damage, and when attacking enemies weak to it, also inflicts tagged, and... Carnage Unbound, when your Drakan kills an enemy mech, it deals increased damage for a short period of time. 50% more damage for 10 seconds. Eh? I don't care about this too much. More gun. More gun! They were cold, so they got heated up. That's exactly what happened. So this primarily wants me to, like, throw fire at things. Okay. Fire, fire, fire. Ooh! Oh, would you look at that? High ground? So we need to defend that. That's it. Let's. What do we get? Increase the damage of your Dracan, 5%, whatever. Increase the fire rate, that's I'm more interested in. Or increase the armor of your Ironclad. Is armor equal to HP? The damage absorbed before health is affected, while armored units can't take critical hits. So it's a shield, but I don't know how we would regain it. I do not know how we would regain that. Let's go get some fire rate. And then honestly, we can just kind of chill here a little, right? I mean, they have to come to us, don't they? We have some high ground. They have exploding vehicles. We don't have anything to deal with that. Well, we do. It's just over there. Get him!
Please do not let Nansha reenact the Gosh darn Black Watch. We don't need any more Ultra Ops Scotsman in media. Samurai Jack's Scotsman was enough to fill the quota for the next decade current smug anyhow. 51 months. I'm worrying I might be addicted to birdwatching current smug.
Birdwatching is a serene hobby. There's nothing wrong with it. And Ori. Hello, Ori. Thank you for the 51 months. Thank you very much. Hope you're doing well. I would assume we don't regain armor except through certain events. Potentially, yeah, absolutely. We have the upgrade to the tag thing. Goes from 20 to 25%. And Rapid Strike has increased fire rate and its attacks have a chance to inflict exposed. That's also an upgrade. I mean, I guess? You come back. I wish there was cover that I could actually use right now. Things are going to come from this direction.
Where's the fight? Heading for cover.
It feels like I don't know whether I want the high ground or whether I want to, you know. But we know they have to come this way to get to this thing, especially if they land here. Oh, there's a little exploding vehicle. Oh, they throw a lot of exploding stuff. Right click is the thing that makes that happen.
Yes, Commander.
Not left click.
All down.
Oh, Christ.
Up I go.
The Axis forces are almost
You start bird watching them change clothes. Don't watch that. Weapon range, legendary. +1 range for the flamethrower. Yes, fucking please. Yay!
Yes, Commander. Heading for cover.
Longer range flamethrowers is exactly what I'm here for. You might think, no, Carrie, you're here to protect this thing. And I would say, no. I'm here for long range flamethrowers. Like, you don't understand. Those mines were a bit late. Little bit late. Where's the thingy? Give it to me. One thing that is becoming, oh my god, that's becoming readily apparent
One more enemy wave to go.
is that we're trading a lot of HP all of the time. Right? So that's one thing we're absolutely doing. We're trading. And trading's scary. Okay, what do we have? Black coins can be used to purchase items from the salvage outpost or reroll rewards. And scrap is used to craft upgrade modules. Let's go get upgrade modules. I don't know what that means yet, but I want them. And then I think this is going to be the layout. However, I'm incredibly tempted to jump at that already. Once again, it's right click, not left click. Oh. Oh. No, sir. Sir, move. With the quickness, please. We have to wait until they drop their cargo. Like, it would be against any regulation to shoot them while they're mid-air. In fact, we never thought about making our mechs so that they could angle up. Like, that's not a thing. Point them up. 25 level completed. So we keep getting currencies that we don't really know what to do with yet. Down with the quickness. Ooh-ah. Secured strike. When your ironclad reaches its destination, its next attack deals increased damage. Ooh, we want to keep moving, but we can't shoot while moving. When you deal attack damage to enemy mechs, it has a chance to dismantle them, immediately destroys them. Ah. The air vehicles are non-combatants. Your face is a fucking non-combatant, Dead Tail. How you doing, Dead Tail? Hello. Attacking the crates would be impolite, so it's a non-starter. That's fair, that's fair. Yeah, shooting down the helis. That's exactly the point. We also have focused rapid strike when you inflict tagged, it gains an increased fire rate. We don't inflict tagged. Like, that's not something we do right now. But I guess in case we ever do inflict tagged, that one? Unknown. Let's go see what an unknown does. A turning mind. Log entry. You come across a high-ranking Axis engineer trying to revolt and join the Allies. You are unaware of his true intentions, but they could be a valuable asset for us. Question them. We get focused rapid strike. There's the upgrade. Targeted Fayode. Oh, we do have a chance to inflict tagged. Oops. But I think it's only a 5%. This upgrades it to a 10. Or maybe it's already a 10. I don't know. Oh, expose is the other one. So basically we could get 10% fire rate, 5% damage, or 5% fire rate. Let's go get 10% fire rate. The engineer is eager to prove their newfound allegiance and offers to upgrade one of your enhancements. Convinced the Axis engineer is seeking refuge within the Resistance, you let them continue their journey. However, you refrain from divulging the whereabouts of nearby Resistance hubs. We have intercepted the following message from General Harmsworth, the Axis scum in command of the British Isles. There have been reports of a resistance movement rearing its head in the north of Scotland. This is no laughing matter, and those who have failed our security operations will be punished, but it will be easy to resolve. Soldiers, to your backs! We will crush those who stand in the way of progress, just as we always do. The fuck is wrong with me today? We're getting to him. Keep going. If he's angry, he'll make more mistakes. Something's wrong with me today. Log entry. Pushing into enemy territory, you are ambushed by Axis forces. They've called upon firepower from above, unleashing attacks from all directions. Stand your ground and shield your command vehicle from the relentless assault. Engage. Fire emblem, mentioned. Shooting the enemy drop pods and ships, but that would be ever so impolite. Scottish and Irish troops. And... if your opponent is of choleric temper. Punishing IS men of culture? Listen, there's nothing kinky about the word punishing. I mean, inherently anyway. We have Axis V2 rockets destroy rackets. I reckon that's those things. Defend the command vehicle. Okay.
Keep your wits about you.
Oh, give me that. We have Armored for the Ironclad. We have a fire rate, increase the fire rate of the Ironclad, more fire rate, or more health. Why are we only getting Ironclad upgrades? Fire rate is all we seem to need in order to proc our effects, so we just... This is so diminishing return, dude. Let's go get armor to see how armor works, shall we? Let's do that. So how would we destroy these rockets? We can put you up there. Onward! Project Moon Brainrot in chat. I would never. I don't know what you mean. We didn't just talk. Oh god, this also has armor. I see. Ah. Okay. We're just gonna let the cover tank this once. There are the rockets. And then we can't destroy the other one.
Get ready for enemies approaching.
Cannot move this yet. I need to destroy that first. But we can move you back. Hold up. Oh, my mech. Cover question mark. Cover exclamation mark. Cover maybe tomorrow. Cover maybe die another day. There we go. More Daka? No, never that. Never that. Give me some scrap. I'm feeling scrap might repair things. Oh my lord. What the fuck are you? Cute. Hey you. Would you like to die? Oh lord. Okay, let's start with this. No, let's start with that. And then our command vehicle is taking damage because there are rockets raining down and the camera does not quite do the thing. Is that a grain silo equipped with legs and a rocket? Yes, basically yes, brethren. A restore ability charge for field repair, jump charges. Give me the ability charge for field repair. I have a feeling we're about to need them. You asshole, you destroyed my repair station. That's just fucking unkind. Dude, why would you do that? Why would you do that? No, stay there. Kill that. Wonderful. That's at least the effective stuff we can kill. Okay, no, never mind. You got it. Why don't you have it?
Yes, Commander.
That. Okay, armor does not last for shit. Ooh. Increase the armor of the Drakan. So I hope armor refreshes. Increase the health and increase the fire rate of the Ironclad. Give me armor for the Drakan. Even though we just determined that it does not do much. Well, it does something. It just doesn't last.
Final wave incoming. On my way.
I should have checked where the wave was coming in before I deployed. Ah, run away. This is all explosives. And they're all on high ground. Hold on. Let's fall back a little, shall we? Why don't we fall back here? Why don't we hold the high ground over there? Because they seem to be faster than me. Fuck! Hold up! No, please stop. Do that, please. There we go. Once again, we abscond. This is all just explosives. Wonderful. Hey, Freb. Are you fucking kidding me? That's so rude. That's so inconsiderate. No, let's not jump. Oh, God. Nope. Nope, we ate all of those. I ran into all of those. Oh god, are the ducks in the mechs fighting chickens in mechs? Don't be silly. Chickens can't pilot mechs. What? My god, that was awful. Increased weakness damage when attacking enemies weak to it. It inflicts tagged, and then tagged immediately triggers all of other stuff. When your Ironclad is dealt damage, which happens all the time, because I'm awful at this. Sure? Sure. So the real-time, like, rockets there, I'm not a fan of. The reason I'm not a fan of that is because, like, your camera does just about not support you dealing with that shit. Like, it really doesn't. Don't like that. So, yeah. And now we have the bane of everyone, which is really annoying beeping noises.
Area and complete your objective.
Where's the fight? Taking high ground.
On the prowl.
You know what? Let's put that on the other side. We have 10% fire rate, 40 armor, and armor does not come back, so fuck it. Ignore armor, I suppose.
Arsenal of democracy.
Unless there is a way to bring armor back, in which case I don't know it. There are no explosive mechs anywhere. Ooh, line of sight is definitely going to be an issue here. I do not want to be in that. What? Oh. Okay, once again we have 3 rockets.
Yes, Commander.
Been there, done that. You annoy me. Can I repair my command vehicle? That's the question. No, you know what? Kill that. Let's see whether we can get some money for repairs. Like, we don't have a store coming up anywhere that I can see, so who knows? We might not. What we can do is get these all together, and then we just have to focus fire things. So the thing that I don't see right now is ways to really mitigate damage that aren't just stand in cover, you know?
The Axis forces are almost upon us.
Next wave coming up. We could get up there. This didn't work last time, because last time we just got overwhelmed, but high ground, right? Put guns on helis, war over, right? We need more field repair. I have a suspicious feeling that the only way I can shut off this hellish noise... Yeah, that's exactly how it works. That's a shame. Incoming! If there is a way to tell your units what to shoot at, I haven't found it yet. They seem to determine their own
Final wave incoming.
targeting. We're leaving. Where we are leaving is to here, because we're taking this cover. And we will hopefully get away from them before they get to me. Increase the repair, the amount of health that is repaired at the end of each wave. Ah, would you look at that? Hello there. The high ground damage, the crit damage, well, considering we're dying right now. Run. Please. Do so at an expedient rate. We can put down... Well, how fast is that going to be, right? Mine deployment seems to be a bit. Oh, that was useless. You over there. Our cover is down. Let's go get the next cover. Thank God for the +1 range. That did a lot. That's doing a lot for us there. Oh. Such an outlandish idea could never work. But anti-air guns. We invented a fucking anagram. Is it? No, it's not an anagram. It's a... The abbreviation shit. Like, FLAG. FLAG. Literally exists for that reason. Rapid initiative. When your Dracan hits a high health enemy, it has a chance to double tap them. Cool. Quick fire weakness. Your Ironclad has a chance to double tap when attacking an enemy weak to its attacks. And then critical recharge. When your Dracan uses a pilot ability, its critical hit chance is increased for the rest of the mission. Let's go see whether we can assign better targeting, shall we? Commander, remember that the command vehicle can be used to complete objectives. Yeah, yes, thank you. I don't think we'll be taking the elite fight. Engineering bay. Log entry. You come across a building which seems civilians are using as an engineering bay. Which some civilians are using as an engineering bay. They wish to help you with some repairs, but only have enough resources for either your mechs or command vehicle. Fix the rust buckets, please. They need it really badly. Really badly. Especially because there is explosives here. Again, what is this? Radio tower. Okay, that's not too bad.
Forces are approaching. Where is the enemy? Time to get a better view.
Targeting that objective.
As of yet, don't know whether enemies can capture them back. Increases the Drakan's movement speed. Interesting. I would like Ironclad health a bit more than that. And I really need to be in range. Ah, this takes much longer in practice. Okay, in practice. Well, this went faster in practice, rather. Oh no. Oh no. No, stop it! Oh, Lord. Never mind. Did you know that enemies can also take cover? Were you aware? I just feel like I learned that. If you give me that, we can then be done with capturing these. A repair kit. Yes, please. Oh, that doesn't even repair all that much. No. What do we need the most? The Ironclad. This probably plays very, very different if you know what you're doing, right? Like, very, very differently. But I also feel like we have a huge potential to just, like, go completely, like, balls to the wall out of all ability charges and still not do anything. Oh. And that is you moving away. There we go. No, like, I don't know. I feel like it wants me to mitigate damage a lot more than I am. But I also feel like I do not know how I would go about doing that. The first mistake is likely that I'm trying to, like, go towards where the waves spawn, instead of trying to find, like, a good position to defend from. But that's kind of all I can think about right now. I'm not sure. Increased fire rate, exposed chance. We do need more tagged is what we need. Let's go this. Like, as we are right now, there is, like, no cover to take here. And there is 1,000,001 fucking enemies that we have to deal with. Right? I don't know. And not everything is cover, mind you. Like, these specifically are cover. There's very, very specific cover tiles. So, we go there. Could you please? Thank you. One quickly. Wait. Do we get prepared in proximity? No. You have to actually be on the tile. I got it. Got it. Got it. So if we, like, there is no cover that we could take that helps us against this incoming wave. That's just not a thing, right? So the best thing we can take right now is we can take high ground, potentially, for bonus damage, but it does not change that we're about to get, like, murdered. These also, I believe, outrange me. Do they? They do not. Okay. The other thing we could have done is we could have mined that area. Yeah, I don't... Have you tried to say no to them? I have not, in fact, tried that yet. I think we tried that when, like, the island got taken. When your ironclad attacks an enemy mech at low health, that has a chance to dismantle it. Do we have to be low health or the enemy? When you attack an enemy mech at low health. That is not clear. Who fucking knows? When your Drakan kills an enemy mech, it deals increased damage for a short period, and sudden annihilation. When your Drakan attacks an undamaged enemy mech, it has a chance to dismantle it. So for the first tick, we have a 5% chance to kill something. These all seem pretty bad. I don't know. So when it comes to damage mitigation, I do not know what to do yet. That seems a crapshoot. I don't know. Hold up, you're not here to shoot me, right? Well, that means you're here to buy. Name's Anita, battlefield scavenger extraordinaire, finder of rare parts, dodger of stray bullets, and proud owner of this fine establishment. See something you like? Well, good news, just toss me some coin and it's yours. Okay. So we have some money, and this healing is really mediocre. And we can only do that once. That's pretty shit. Damage, health. I mean, I feel like we're supposed to take damage. Marked prey deals increased weakness damage, and when attacking enemies weak to its target inflicts tagged. That always triggers our tagged stuff, so now we kill, like, flamethrower units really easily. There's a chance to gain an ability charge. That's really good shit. Let's go do that. The resistance are becoming... sorry. The resistance are becoming extremely irritating. Crush them, take apart their machines, and bring me their heads. Okay. This is advanced combat. I would like none of these. We're going through 2 normal, easy combats now, and we're going to be dead before we arrive anywhere. Language ambiguity is a problem. It is. So, defend the command vehicle, and maybe destroy rockets. I reckon we're not going to be destroying those rockets.
Enemy spotted.
Oh. So, we have a flamethrower. Nope, that's already the wrong guys. We have no explosives to deal with, like, those. And, okay, never mind. We have nothing. We're fucked. Okay. Let's... What's a way to deal with that? This doesn't deploy quickly enough. We know this. And now what? There's the tag stuff triggering. And move over, get the soldiers. Yeah, no, I have no idea how they expect you to do language, damage mitigation. I have no fucking idea. Anyone got an idea? Like, what do they expect you to do? You can match up units as much as you want, in terms of here is a good unit matchup. But A, we don't have any units to match into, like, normal ballistics. That's just not a thing we get to do. And B, no matter what you do, you end up trading health. The only thing we can do against ballistics here is having the ironclad stand in front, and then having the Drakan in the back. And here they are stuck in the middle with us. Please don't tell me mines are friendly fire. Yeah! All hail friend foe recognition. We're just gonna hope that focus firing does something. There we go, we're trading again. Focus firing is doing something. This is going much better. Much better. You can use evade dice to raise your stagger threshold, and don't forget to... I'm about to hit you. Fucking silly. Keep your eyes butter till the end. Well, I don't need repair for the Drakan, I need repair for the fucking ironclad. but I suppose it's repair. So we're gonna move this little idiot all the way back there, and then we're gonna sit here, not having cover, not like with our arses like straight up for display, hoping that we can focus fire enemies before they get to us. Because I have no idea what else to do with this right now. This is not clicking with me. Not gonna lie, this is not clicking with me. Now we've got the big guys. Let's see when we can get everyone into fire range. We're out of basically all ability charges. We have a gazillion enemies. 3 health left. Like about 3 health left. And we're overwhelmed by enemy types that we do not have advantage against. Yeah, okay. This is the moment, chat. This is the moment
One more enemy wave to go.
where I will take smarmy smartass comments. If you've got any of those, bring them on. Bring them on. Increase the repair of the fucking flamethrower. Stop! That's not the one I need. We need to pick up the armor for the Ironclad now because that's all the health we have. That's it. And then we move over there, barely make it into cover with armor to spare. And then, I don't know. We put mine somewhere. Make that follow up. Okay, and then we just have to focus fire again. Maybe having your mech blow up isn't bad? I'm guessing that your goal isn't damage mitigation, but instead killing them first, Metal Dagon. Yeah, that seems to be it. The problem is that as you trade like that, we have only done normal fights, right? Like, I haven't touched an elite fight at all. You're exchanging health for clear. And like, we've exchanged all the health we have for clear. I don't know how to get more clear out of this. Failing option goals is indeed bad. I don't give a shit. Damage increases. We don't really have a crit chance, and if we do, then I don't know where to see it. I suppose? Exposed? Good night, Kensei. Sleep well. Fire class units. We do have something against fire class units. We have 3 health left on this thing.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Where's the fight?
Never mind. Wrong unit. Okay. Increases, just flat out increases your damage. Okay, increase fire rate, nothing.
Yes, Commander.
So, targets coming from up there.
Advancing to it.
Ready for orders. Searching for prey.
If we try that logic of, hey, we are just supposed to kill them first. If we try that logic, then this is the right thing to do. And we're now dead. This is not clicking with me. Maybe focus on keeping the high ground. You just saw how we got overrun there. That's, I don't know. Whatever they want me to do to, like, have a successful gameplay loop is not registering with me. Let's see whether there's something, like, outside, like, meta progression-wise, potentially, that we need to deal with. Valor is used to train your pilot abilities in the pilot barracks at the resistance base. I reckon that's the meta progression. There is always a chance that they want you to die in, like, the first area on your first run, right? Maybe it's that. My teachings at the training grounds proved useful in combat. They didn't really do much. Now you're back at the resistance base, I'll take you through what you can upgrade between your attempts at bringing down Machine Tower. By the way, not a big fan of, like, hey, you need meta progression in order to do anything. Being overrun like that makes no sense, meta progression or not. That's why yeah, Link, absolutely. So I appreciate Link not trying to meme for a minute. That's why my initial thought process is, there's no way this is designed this way. I have to be doing something wrong. but I don't see what that is. Like, there's control mistakes that I'm making. Abso-fucking-lutely, right? Things aren't being as microed as best as they can. But the general principle that I can see is get behind cover, absorb damage to cover before the cover falls, kill them as quickly as possible. Then rinse, repeat, adjust units to pair up into advantageous matchups. That's all I'm seeing. I do not see anything else. So, I do not mean this as like snark. If you can see anything that I'm clearly fucking missing, you know how streamer brain works, right? There is none. If you see something that I'm blatantly fucking missing, hit me. Absolutely let me know. Because right now, I'm just kind of very puzzled. Meta progression is something you have to add to every game. Roguelikes, Sinjin. Kind of defined by it, right? I'm playing a bunch of roguelikes. I did get the impression that you just cannot win until you get some meta unlocks is expected. I would rather not have those, Crumbo. Like, I'm a big fan of meta progression. Don't get me wrong. I like meta progression a lot, actually. But I also like the idea of being able to go deep in your first run. Either through, like, knowledge, through, like, sight reading, through adaptation, and not just through hard stats. This run felt to me, once again saying, if I missed something, let me know. This run felt to me like I just ran out of stats. I don't know. Link says there's control, micromanaging, and skill. A good level of balance allows the player to still stand a chance without being forced to lose. Losing within 5 seconds goes against any concept of learning what to do and how to win a map. Mind you, we had enough time there to adapt. Like, the last map obviously was over in a blink, but that was because we were spiraling for multiple maps beforehand, right? That's why I prefer proper you progress by learning roguelikes over roguelikes that depend on meta progression. I prefer roguelikes that where you progress via knowledge checkpoints, and then there is a level of meta progression that makes it easier or unlocks other options, Sinjin, over have 10 more HP, now you can tank that boss fight that's been one-shotting you until then. I actually really don't like those. I do like meta unlocks a lot. Like, I like vast, expensive skill trees that have like a million things to unlock in them. But making those interesting is difficult, right? Usually have the ability to win a run on the first... Yeah, that's what I'm used to, Nonchalant. Although very difficult, I can't think of one where it's just completely impossible. There's a couple. Well, Alina of the Arena isn't necessarily impossible, but... Anyway. Our space is limited as the island off the coast of Scotland, but we filled it with as many useful facilities as possible to aid our success. And also a lot of empty space, because we really did not learn how to build shit efficiently. But now we only have our command center up and running. Head over there and take a look. How is this efficient? We need to build these things. I see. Command center. Hello, Commander, and welcome to our command center. This facility allows us to support you in your mission by making improvements to the base, upgrading your command vehicle, and aiding you out on the battlefield. I have a list of assignments for you to complete while out in the field. I can extract the intelligence from these completed assignments to deliver the support you need on your mission. Return from your first mission. And they are not retroactive. Way too... I don't like it. You can track the progress of your assignments here, and I will add more when these have been completed, so I hope you enjoy a little challenge. Please head over to my development area, and I will show you how we can utilize this gathered intelligence. So what is this? Kill 50 enemies. They're not retroactive. And for winning the first area, or like, I don't know whether, I reckon the British Isles are just the first area. That's its own thing. Okay. Lose the first round as quickly as possible, and it fucking seems so. If it's dead for opening up options as people learn, but it's way more of a balancing act than people think. Oh no, it absolutely is, Sinjin. None of this is easy to do, right? Absolutely not. I can use the intelligence to develop many useful advancements, which will give us a fighting chance of bringing down the Axis once and for all. Now, please choose an advancement that we can perfect. I know we're ranting right now. Pet peeve of mine, someone telling me to choose something, and there is only one option. I've probably played 100 plus bullet haven survivor likes, forcing the player to rely on meta progression instead of core competence and understanding the mechanics is poor design. True, Link. However, I'm 100% with you, with the exception that if you go like bullet heavens, they're their own little beastie, right? Bullet heavens are their own little beast. When I think of roguelikes to complete in a first run, I'm thinking of like traditional I move, they move roguelikes. I'm thinking of fucking STS likes, right? Stuff like this, FTL likes. Bullet heavens are... They fall obviously within the same genre, but the way that you interact with those games is so vastly different that I don't really want to lob them in with everything else there. Because the way that you die in a bullet heaven, due to not having enough stats, due to bad meta progression, is the enemy spawn rate overtakes your ability to take out enemies and to kite. You get overrun, right? That's... Let's say you are a god at these games and you have all of the twitch dodge skill that you could ever want and all of the reaction speed you could ever want. The only way to die in a bullet heaven is if you get overrun. If we're talking about games like STS likes, FTL likes, if we're talking about why is the only game that I can think about Sword of the Stars the Pit? I don't know. If you're talking about games like this, then there are plenty of other ways to die in those that isn't just you died to not having enough firepower versus enemy spawn rate, right? Outside of knowledge checkpoints, obviously. There's a bit of a different level there. Okay, develop and gain access to the mech yard. And we only have one research point on account of they didn't do anything. You now have access to the mech yard where you'll be able to upgrade your mechs. Give my regards to Reggie. Mech crew quarters, develop and gain access to the pilot barracks and the technical radar expansion. Now allows you to now control 3 mechs on the battlefield. Okay. Be a while. Morning. I'm Reginald, but most people call me Reggie. Pleasure to meet you, Commander. I'm the engineer of this outfit. Talk to me when you want to make improvements to your mechs. This is our mech yard. It's a bit makeshift, but hell, I've worked with much less. Here, you can upgrade your mechs using the modules I craft. Let's head into my workshop, I'll show you. You can teach them bad habits. That way, you're absolutely right, Sinton. You're absolutely right. So... well, here we are. Any scrap you'll find on the battlefield I use to craft modules, so let me know which ones you want me to have a go at. Okay. So let's have a look at mechs real quick. We have a cockpit, a body, a weapon, and we need to develop access to our legs. Hold up. Checking my legs. They're not okay. And we also need to develop access to our engine. The slots seem... like, first of all, cool little bugger. The slots seem to be the same across the board. It's a bit boring. Resolve gained, yep. Plated hardened chassis, 50 health, 70 armor. Sturdy bulkhead, more armor, more health. This is body, this is body. Well, armor doesn't come back, we've learned, so what's the fucking point? Lock in a module to buy later? This randomizes? Old, what? Hasted barrel amplifier. 10% damage, 6% fire rate. And plated analyzer, weakness, damage, and armor. Any models you don't feel like using right away, I'll store in the inventory in the back of for whenever you need them. For now, let's head back over to the mech yard and get this welded on. Right now, I don't have all day. Hand that to me and let me know where you want this. Just remember the cockpit. Just remember, if you want something else in the same spot later on, I'd like you to rip off that first module and toss it. Why can't you not rip it off? Now that's none of my other designs, so come back when you can. And hey, you find any coffee on your travels, you send it back to Reggie. I swear, if I have to work another shift drinking tea, I won't be responsible for what happens. Y'all stay safe out there. Stuck in England. Well, in Scotland right now. The nightmare. So we buy everything. This we want to have more... Do we have an explanation of how armor works? While armored units can't take critical hits. No, we don't know whether armor comes back or not. It does not seem to. It does not seem to. Let's give this more health. And then... This seems to be like my darling already. Like, I don't know, old reliable. And this is the one we're bringing this time. You always ask Italy, that's a bad idea. That's probably a bad idea, this. No, well, no, Italy's, like, free, right? The British Isles. First area. Let's go back in. And you want me to... Can't bring the other mech yet. This is something that bugs me, by the way. I don't like this. So, as you can tell, there's a meta progression that gives us an entire additional mech, which means we have more firepower to clear enemies faster. Actually, where is Italy? Did you not see it? It was down there. So we have Archie with the jump jets, Jan with the mine drops. I didn't like the mine drops whatsoever. And then, why does everyone just have all of the stats? Or is this for like this is probably for upgrades. Deploys the mechanical armor which repairs the mech's health over time. Oh! Oh, no, these are just all of the mechs. Never mind, I see. I can now no longer put a pilot on the command vehicle. Oh, the map is like a standard map. The map is very much standard Europe. Very much so. Like it says field repairs, but like it's like not. Right? Like it's just not. Unless, of course, there is no one in there and it's always field repairs, and now we have multiple field repairs. We'll see. Maybe that's how it works. I've never seen that screen before, Alex. Your pilot can self-repair their own mech with a mechanical arm. Select your ability to watch the mech's health be restored. Oh, self-repair. Never mind. Okay. We have rockets. The rockets are all down here. But we really want to be up here. We really want to hold this. Isn't any good cover, but I don't know. As you embark on this next mission, take this may it aid you in your journey ahead.
Keep your eyes peeled. Roger that.
So we've got explosives coming down. Obviously now we don't have a flamethrower anymore. Field repairs adds 5 stacks of barrier to the first unit it heals. An ability augment, cool. When a unit is damaged while using field repair, the damage is reflected back at the attacker. Field repairs increase the fire rate of any unit healed by it for a short period. Give this shit barrier, let's go. Sounds cool. Oh lord. Range. So this is gonna suck. Mildly? Yeah, okay, there is no pilot in this vehicle. There is none. You can't really hear her, but she's very French. Commander? Aggressively so.
Enemy incoming.
I have to assume they're still the bad guys at this point. Potentially, maybe. Who knows? Movement speed. The Thunderhead. I like this thing. Crit chance, fire rate. We'll take the fire rate. Flamethrower units. If we put you there, right? Like... This isn't line of sight, is it? No, it is line of sight. We're fine here. Do we only get cover from this side, or can we get cover from this side? Who knows? We can get... Nope, this hits my armor. Okay. Cover is one directional. Oh lord. Wait a second. That is the epitome of bad news. Oh god. No. But there is an element of true line of sight there. Did you see that? There is an element of true line of sight. Interesting. Okay. Where did the... Oh, there. It's up there. Well, that downrange is better. In this case, it very much is, so yeah. Let's see. The armor for the Ironclad. This early on seemed like a waste, right? The repair for the Ironclad. There we go. We didn't find any of this last time. Commander? Well, there is a cover. I really want to fall back, is the problem. I'm going to. I wish this thing was a little bit faster. Just a wee bit. That's what we're doing. In downtime, we can like take a shot at rockets. They're barely getting into range. Okay, I didn't think of the turn rate, and I didn't think of the fact that they were going to take cover. I'm not very smart. Not very smart about that. What do you mean critical damage? We haven't taken any damage. Our armor is a bit scorched, you know. But that's it. We can live like that. Speaking of living like that, do we live like this? Yes, we do. Do we fall back all the way? No, we don't. That just gives them more cover to take. So what we do is, we, like, stop being up here. This is not going to go well. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe it goes well. You don't know. I don't either. Maybe everything's gonna be alright. More repair. Yes, please. I have a feeling we need it. And then I'm going to jump this so we can get away. Move, 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 move! I like this thing a lot more than the Dracan. Like, a lot more. Obviously, you want all three. Wait, what's this +1? What is that +1 there?
Great work, team.
Is that, like, number of buffs active? Because, like, high ground stuff, or... What was that? Jump jet causes an explosion as it takes off, which damages all nearby enemies. Immediately jumps back to its starting location of the landing at its target location. Kind of cool. Drop bombs on tiles as your mech travels to the target location. Will there be even more mechs to unlock later on the line? I reckon there is... I know that there's a bunch of mechs to unlock. There is a bunch. Defend objective, destroy objective. I think I prefer the defend objective so far. You can make them take damage for you. At least a little bit. Don't let the civilians know that. They don't need to know that.
Keep your wits about you.
Commander? Alright. We have not found a good upgrade. Like, at all. Critical damage feels bad. Let's go take repair. We'll need it eventually. So we just take high ground. They're gonna get incredibly burned. Gonna get incredibly burned. Oh, that's the side objective, to keep all of them alive. Never mind. I was gonna say, do you think both of them need to be alive for this? The same dog shit again. There. Like, we don't really crit right now. I don't know what our crit chance is to begin with. And 3% move speed is just like not cool. I guess we take 80 armor. Just slightly singed, only minutely singed. Don't worry about it. Like not really singed at all.
Roger that. I'm here. Weapons ready.
Can you please? No, stop. What are you? Oh my god, what is this? Okay.
Where's the fight?
You know, let's see what happens if one of them burns, right? Like, don't worry. Don't worry about it. There was no one in there. That was fine. Elf! We had trouble? Are you? Wait, are you trouble or are you in trouble? Those are different things. Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Elf, thank you so much for the raid. Hello, hello. Hand over your soup in the name of the new Toki. Wait, what? We will use force if prompted or if necessary, so hand over the soup willingly. Toki, in that case, you need to talk to Krembo. Krembo is our local soup connoisseur, and I have heard that he defends soup to his death. Good luck. He is more armed than you. But hello, everyone, and welcome in. Hello, 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 hello. With some mini painting. What you paint? What you paint? What you paint? What you paint? What did you make? Excuse me while I have mechs shoot things. What did you paint? I was going to say, I was going to ask whether it was cool, but I know that that's a given, so we're just gonna sit here. Soup war, soup war. Need a more comfortable setup for that. I painted some bounty hunters from Star Wars Shatterpoint. Ooh, ooh, cool. Very cool. I need to do some more painting. I have... The next thing I'm going to paint is a squad of Termagons. I really need to... No, you know what? No. The next thing I'm painting is a squad of Raveners. A squad of Raveners. Because I want like another squad for the army. I actually know when to field them next time. Soon. Soon, soon, soon. But the pile of shame is large and I am very much not in charge of it. He's more armed than else, unlikely. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But thank you for the raid. We are taking a look at Grit and Valor, which released today. We have stompy mechs shooting people. A roguelike, not turn-based, but tactics mech stomp simulator, in which I run out of health and then yell loudly. Also, this civilian tent is in perfect health, and let no one tell you otherwise. High ground is fine. Everything's fine. Nothing bad has ever happened to civilian tents. Do not look at this. Don't worry about that. That's not there. Actually, that's just to keep them warm. That's just to keep them warm. It's a cold winter in the British Isles. It's a cold winter. Going off to the old raid and run. Elf, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, it failed already. Never mind. Fuck these civilians.
This is the last of them.
You do need to defend both. Oh, never bloody mind then. So scrap is the meta progression currency then.
Taking high ground. Where's the fight?
We could take this and pretend like that's cover, right? Yeah, let's do that. Oh, tin cans are better than that. Tin cans, some of them don't even have tin cans. Completely undersupplied. Literally do not have a war machine. Awful. I'm getting the hang of like controlling this. I'm not getting the hang of trading yet. Like, the damage trades are still whack, if you ask me.
Victory for the Allies.
Victory! Okay, so we didn't get the extra 75. That's actually a lot that we didn't. Can we get something that isn't common today? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. When your Thunderhead attacks an undamaged enemy mech, it has a chance to dismantle it. This is kind of dog shit. Like, a 5% chance to dismantle does not interest me on something that's as slow as this. I guess we take Cartage Unbound. But we're still very early in the run, right? So, let's see. Old-timer. You see an old man sitting on the porch of an old wooden shack. You feel like you recognize him, but you can't quite place them. Approach him. drawing nearer to the man you discern the old army uniform he wears, triggering your memories of him being a valiant pilot for the Resistance. Although he acknowledges his days of piloting mechs are long past, his spirit remains undaunted and gifts you the last remnants of his ability charges. Ability charges are a physical thing. Or it's like a spirit bomb kind of deal. Who knows? We have intercepted the following message from General Harmsworth, the Axis scum and command of the British Isles. Is this the same dialogue again? Soldiers of the occupying force. Really? They're calling their own army the occupying force? Are you okay, dude? Well done. Peace is at hand. The people of the British Isles welcome your guiding presence. We are transforming this once pathetic nation into an industrial powerhouse. Dr. Hobart, he is working on some wonderful bits and pieces. Dr. Z will love them. The world shall be changed by them. You think he's a zombie? Like, you think Dr. Z is a zombie and he's trying to be on my lawn? You want to plant some flowers just to be safe? That's a British accent? He's not even British! The dude's not British! He's part of alternate history for bad guys. If this green and pleasant land is his to command, then bring me my sword. What, you want me to drive you closer? Is that it? Are we doing that, old chestnut? I don't think we have anything to spend at a salvage outpost. So let's go have some advanced combat. However, it's primarily explosives. We don't have anything anti-explosive, so let's not do that. Cool salvage shop you have there. It's still just explosives all the way down. We avoid this. What do we have? Rockets. Rockets. Defend our own command vehicle and nothing besides. Rockets. Rocket number 1, rocket number 2, rocket number 3. Okay. Wish we had slightly more range. I mean, we have enough range there, but... Oh, bother. Oh, bother. Now we're slowly walking around. Can't jump out. Oh, stop.
Where's the fight?
Give me something usable. Please. They have like really nice cover there, eh? Woof. On the plus side, we can now just move through here. Please do so. No? Okay. Move out! Let me spot it. We were out of striped enemies. I'm sorry. Blueprints. Blueprints are used to manufacture mechs and their overclocks at the resistance base. Ooh. We're just going to go take meta progression. That's what we're gonna do.
Yes, Commander.
Put you up there. The orders. You know what? We can just stay there. Totally fine. The Ironclad takes points, and nothing bad could ever happen to us. See? He never shot us. Everything's okay. Please shoot this. Why are you not shooting the thing that's clearly shooting you?
Enemy down.
So far, we've taken less damage, I feel. If they now spawn here or there, I'm going to be... Oh, never mind. I'm going to be mad about this anyway.
I'm here.
Because we need to do shit like this. I already forgot about the rockets. And we only have 2 waves to do that in. By which I mean we have like no waves to do that in. Whoa! 25% more damage. That's really, that's the legendary 25%. Okay. Oh god, by the way. That's a lot of dudes, dude. Yeah, we need to move out of there. That one doesn't work. What if we just sit down there? The flame mech we can deal with, but now we're taking crazy damage. Yeah, now it's happening. Oh, it landed all the way back there. Oh, we're not doing this. I don't think so. Maybe. No, these are going down before we have a chance to do this. And I still haven't found a way to target things. Oh, Lord. Critical damage. Stop! Give me crit chance before that. Speaking of crit chance, 3% isn't worth me taking it. What is that? Oh, that's the barrier. That's the barrier stuff.
I'm here.
Very cool. Yeah, like, I can't tell units targets. I can't go like, hey, you need to target this. You need to do this. And it feels like that's very stupid. You know what we could do? We could stay here, tank this thing into eternity. That's what we could do. That's an awful idea. But we could do that. Yeah, and this is exactly self-healing, so you don't want it on the artillery mech. Oops. Yes, and there's nothing we can do about this. Shut up. We can, like, get it to target something else, I suppose. Does it retarget? It does not retarget. That's the thing I'm not that's the thing I'm not interested in right now. The fact that there is clearly an early game upgrade that gives you 3 mechs, and playing the game does not feel worth it before that, because you're clearly supposed to have 3. Like, you're clearly supposed to have 3 for this, so that you have a counter and you can match up units. Because right now, you're just getting your shit kicked in by one enemy type, no matter what you do. In before legendary mod just allows manual targeting. I doubt that, but that'd be stupid. Increase damage to armor, immediately jumps back, ranges increase, deals increased damage the further your mech travels. Let's go do that. Anyone else, if enemies of Dark Deity want a static level of raising average with the player forces? What the f... I'm at the same point as K currently, but the level or 2 ahead, it feels like. I have no idea, Skellen. They're coming from the north, south, east, and west. They won't get away with this time. They're not trying to. They're coming at me. And we have the engage event again. Okay. Our radio towers.
Enemy approaching.
I'm here.
And once again, like, explosive stuff coming in. Cool. Increase the damage of your ironclad. We already picked up a legendary for that. Give me that. So, we just don't have the line of sight. There. Oh, it's this. Okay, so, huh. I'm not in love with this. Especially this. Lady? Oh. Oh, wait a second. I want to scream. This cover is not... Why is this cover not multi-directional? That is so dumb. That is very silly. I don't like it. Now... Okay. So the run is now over, right? Like, we've now lost so much health in, like, one fucking wave that we can claw this back, of course, but it's not worth clawing it back. Like, it's just not worth trying to claw that back because of, like, cover placement. I don't even know whether that's random or not.
This gives me an idea. Commander, where's the
The fact that armor is just temporary health that you have to invest stuff into is like for explosives. Once again, we don't have a counter to these. So all we can do is have the bullet mech fall back and hope that our artillery can handle that by itself. That's really all we have here. Because we certainly can't clear these efficiently. We could jump in there. We should.
Yes, Commander.
But now we have got the big guy there. The big guy is locked on. Does way more damage here, but we do have barrier up, so who knows. And you can see how, like, there's nothing we can do with this thing. It's just, we have to trade the health for it.
Yes, Commander.
There's nothing else there that I can see. We're just gonna pick up a meta currency.
Get ready for enemies approaching.
Please move. Thank you. And then we do have high ground there. Well, not high ground, we do have cover there. And hopefully... No, never mind. Just never mind. Oh, there's another explosive guy there that we have to deal with. And can't. That's lovely. I'm getting slightly annoyed at this. And it's mostly really based on the feeling that there is no point in playing these runs because I cannot win them without getting the upgrades that it clearly wants me to have for this. That is not a feeling that I want to be dealing with, if you know what I mean.
I'm here.
Like, it's not something that I want to manage. And like, this early into the game being that frustrated about it is just blah. Incredibly blah. Overall, like, I do like the moment to moment, right? Like, I've never been the biggest real-time guy, obviously. I do like the moment to moment of it, but the game structure right now is incredibly infuriating. Incredibly infuriating. You can only counter 2 enemy types, the third one kills you until you get this upgrade. Like, why do that? Why do that? Everything also seems to have a lot more armor than last time. That I might make that up. There is 4 more. Why? Why, dude? These are just traits that we are going to be losing. Like, forcefully. Like, no amount of, like, outskilling helps you against this. Nothing. Why? We're pulling back together because that's the best focus fire we can find. But, like, that's it. Oh, no. You know what? No, I'm getting really fucking annoyed at this, chat. I'm getting really annoyed at this. This isn't what I want to deal with. Inflict the attacker with burn. Is dealt damage. That's something I'm interested in. Below 30%, it restores some health. That's a lot of health, actually. Attacked by a fire class unit has a chance to restore health. Okay. Okay. Like, I know how the rest of this run... That's the other problem, right? In a good roguelike setup, you don't know how the rest of the run is gonna go. You walk into the next room, and then you see what the room layout is, and you see what the traps are and the enemies are, and you deal with it then. In a worse setup like this, you don't need... Like, I don't need to see what's on this map, right? Like, I can see it's already explosive enemies that I can't deal with, so I have to go here, then I have to go here. If that forces me into another explosive matchup, I'm dead. Even in the non-explosive matchups, there are explosive enemies in there that I can't deal with until I get the upgrade. It forces me away from the 1 repair I could be getting. And I know that because we're out of resources, no matter which path I take, at the earliest here and at the latest at one of these, the run is going to be over. It is over. There's no point in playing the rest of this run anymore. Except to run into an assault, even though we picked the event because we needed to avoid things.
Keep your eyes peeled. I'm here.
And then I can immediately... oh, I want to fucking rage quit right now. Like, I want to rage quit right fucking now, dude. The first thing I see, 3 explosive enemies. Like, I would love a developer to tell me what I'm supposed to do in this case. What is the intended, like, player reaction here? Because this is fucking shit. I'm just gonna let this sit there. I don't care at this point, right? Like, it's over, no matter what happens. Your first few runs are just unlocking runs. That's not the typical roguelike, though, Marksman. That's the typical bad roguelike. That is the typical, like, experience in a bad roguelike. Your first couple of runs are just unlocking runs. They should never feel like that. They just flat out shouldn't. So I'd love to know what, like, the developer intended player move here is. Whereas this is how you do skill expression, this is how you do, like, reaction. Because it has nothing to do with tactics, and it has nothing to do with strategy. There is no tactic in the world, there is no strategy, no long-term planning in the world, and I would hesitate to say no RNG and upgrades either that I can pick that unfucks this, even at full health. There is nothing there except lay down and think of England, fittingly enough. And I fucking hate that. I cannot tell you how much I hate that. Look at this! Like, obviously we're mech down, so our clear speed is, like, minus 50% minimum. Awful. We have a new model. New model, powerful repair suit. Okay, so are these new modules that I now have, or are these new models that I need to buy now? Let's find out. So if we go to the Thunderhead, these are new models that I have. That's kind of cool. 35% what? Deep breaths. Deep breath. Okay, so we know what we're dealing with now, right? Like, we know that all of the, like, talk of tactics and strategy are kind of moot. The strategy and tactics so far are a positional wrangle, of find a position that you can stay in, high ground gives you more damage, cover gives you cover, and that's it. That's the tactics. That's the extent of the tactics, that's the extent of the strategy. There are no, like, sweeping flanking maneuvers, there is no, like, formational setup. There are no, like, clever gambits you can pull where, like, unit formations interact with one another in any sense of the word. There's nothing like that. We have high ground and cover. And then we have stats. That's it. That's a green drop from the first area, and it says damage plus 35%. So no fucking wonder I feel like I'm being stat-gated. I am being stat-gated. Are you fucking kidding me? What do you mean? 14% crit chance, 150 health, 5% high ground damage. What are you even talking about? I'm really annoyed. Right? Can you tell I'm really annoyed right now? 40 repair. Oh, that goes onto the Ironclad. Oh no, wait. This has no health whatsoever, but it has a shit ton of movement speed. There. This thing is now a god. let's have a look at the way that progression works. So, we've now done 2 runs. And we can now finally begin to play the game. Because now we have a full squad. We can also build the mech crew quarters. Let's have a look at those. Let's have a look what we can do with pilots. You now have access to the pilot barracks where you'll be able to train your pilots to improve your abilities. The other things we have are British Isle cover. Additional cover will now be found throughout the Britain. Okay. First of all, I like upgrades like this normally. I like upgrades that say, hey, here's into stats. Here is like something that changes the battlefield. Here's something that you can use to advantage. All of that is cool. Second of all, this is called British Isle cover. That means there will be an upgrade of this for every region. That means every region you go into will not have enough cover for you to fuck with until you get the upgrade for it. Right? Like, that's the understanding here. I don't know where you're coming from with that. Grey Wars, that has A, this isn't a Survivors anything. B, neither the menu nor like anything of that looks like it. I have no idea where you're coming from with that. I'm being like really harsh about this, but like I don't see that criticism. Yeah, so this fucking annoys me to hell. Because the problem that we have right now of there is not enough cover to absorb shots, there isn't enough to maneuver around, is going to be repeated in the next area. Cool. Allows you to use black coins to reroll rewards from supply drops. That's a pretty standard thing we see. Increase the number of possible craftable modules in the mech yard. Okay, cool. And increase the move speed and health of the command vehicle. Love not seeing numbers about that, by the way. One of my biggest my biggest loves is seeing upgrades and not knowing how much they actually do. That's the shit right there. That's like right there. Love it. Pilots! Commander, welcome to the pilot barracks. Here pilots can use Valor to improve their skills for the long fight ahead. Okay, so we have 3 pilots and there seem to be 6 in total. We're definitely bringing her again because the repair is fucking important, but we're putting her on the Ironclad. And then, fuck, we can use the leap to reposition. I do not like the mines at all. We have Valor. I don't quite know how we get Valor yet, but that's a different problem. Damage. Increases damage by 10%. So this is just 50% damage. it's just... What the fuck? What do you mean? What do you mean this is just 50% damage? Okay, sure, fine. Why not? Why the fuck not? Oh no, this is heal. Increases the heal amount by 100% at max. So you're not damage focused, you're more repair focused, obviously. That makes sense. We can add more charges. And then you two are both damage focused. You have the same stats. I do like that the stats like change your critical heal bonus. Interesting. But we're just gonna take damage, right? A well-trained pilot could sway the battle in our favor, so head out there and earn more valor to continue their training. It's, yeah, it seems that... I mean, we have to bring the guy for the other mech now, right? So, might as well take all of them. Is the damage is only on the ability? My guess is it isn't. Actually, does it say? It doesn't say. You're right, it's ability training jump jet. Alex, you are probably right. You are probably correct. This is exactly the ability. Okay, in that case, that is slightly less interesting. Well, it's interesting, but decidedly less so. I still have blueprints, archives. All right. One more. I owe it to, like, try one more with all the mechs enabled, right? At least that. Put you on there. Put you on there. Put you in the flamethrower. There we go. So now we have the full chaos. Go. You use some cover tiles to shield them from damage. Yeah. If only there was as much cover in that picture. So, let's do this. Commander, as you embark on this next mission, take the... Yep, okay, we've heard this before.
The Axis forces are almost upon us.
Almost upon us.
Ready for orders.
So, let's see. Molten Repair, which is going to be funny. When your Thunder is dealt damage, it has a chance to inflict the attacker with burn. We want to avoid this thing taking damage specifically. 50% more fire rate. Let's go get Molten Repair to, like, counteract that this is going to go to hell. And then... let's see whether we can protect this. Cover is from that direction. So, if we send you over there... this should be fine. There's the explosive guys. That just got eradicated. We just stepped slightly over. Didn't take any damage there. Wonderful. There's more cover. Alright. And alert. Hey, Matu. We're being mad at video games today. The moment-to-moment gameplay is fine, bar like some weird jank, but the overall like pacing is. Does that make sense? Is that descriptive enough? I like being as precise with my descriptions as possible, so is roughly right. Wonderful. So far, I want to say we've taken 4 damage. Yeah, that's about accurate. We've taken about 4 damage. The focus fire is strong. And, oh, it's right there. I should really start learning hotkeys. One repair. Okay, the same thing upgraded 3 times. That's all we've gotten so far. Fire approaching. You know what? We're gonna have you here. Because I think having you close by to just fire is worth more than having you on high ground where you can sometimes fire. Oh, look at that. I'm right. God damn it. Oh, knock down your apathetic grunting. It's kind of fucking accurate. We've taken armor damage because I didn't move away. You know what? These need to come close anyway. Fuck it. Cool. It turns out more firepower is more good. Fire rate, movement speed, crit chance, give me fire rate. I do believe we're going to be relying on this little thunderhead a lot. Like, a lot. But it's so shooty. It has a gun that does 35% more fucking damage. Like, I'm not gonna stop being mad about that. I'm incredibly mad about find a thing 35% more damage per now. Like, only meta unlocks Batman. Yeah, just funnel this way. Don't come here. Yeah, go that way exactly. That's exactly what you want to do. Good. Right. So this is easier now. The old truth of Mordaka? Yeah. There is the Valor that we... Wait, were we not getting that before? Oh, I see. Its next attack increases damage. We could do that to just, like, knock something out instantly, right? Increased weakness damage seems important. This is funny. Nah. Let's go for the reliability. You were getting 2 things on that? Okay. Let's go defend. What are we defending? So that's kind of unassailable unless they walk up here, which they will. That's why there's cover there.
Clear the area. Point me at them.
Oh, they are on. Point my at them. What did the map say the prevalent enemy type was?
Your objective. Where's the fight?
Like, oh. That's not right.
Taking high
We do have a flamethrower mech that is going to be very, very slow and currently does not have the range that everyone else does. So maybe the flamethrower should have been down here instead. But I really want this to tank, so let's see. Increase repair of the Dracan. Fire rate! 15% fire rate. The fire rate of really what is on the Thunderhead. Beautiful. You.
Where's the fight?
Okay. It's right there. Please aim gooder. Thank you. Crit chance, crit damage, fire rate. None of the above, but we'll take the fire rate if we absolutely have to. Speaking of if we absolutely have to, it seems to be like mostly flamethrowers, right? So let's go make it over there. We do have to make it over there. Because otherwise they're going to take this tent. I don't even know whether we can make it over there. Did you just walk over the... Did you see that? Battle screen is okay. My point was between battle screen and battle base had some inklings of casual mobile game, which is fine, but often nothing to write home about. My brain drain is hard to understand. It's not your brain drain being hard to understand, Gravers. It's that that was like borderline fucking racist for no goddamn reason. That was the problem, hun. I know what you mean. Like, I also oftentimes try to convey something that in my mind makes sense, and then it comes off as rude, or it comes off as... I get stuck in my own thoughts too much, right? I get that. But there is a line you shouldn't cross. There is a line there. That's outside of whether that's accurate, right? Like, that's outside of whether this looks like it. I personally am not getting that, but I think we can all understand that that's like a very subjective thing anyway. So there's always going to be like some level of agreement or disagreement, right? Ah, finally, something directly next to me.
Keep your wits about you.
We can now just pick up Valor. So Valor is just pilot abilities, right? Given that I don't much care for most of the... Well, no, I like the jump quite a lot, but... That's probably the one meta progression currency we're not grabbing for a bit. Commander. And once again, like, we really need to put the flamethrower into cover. Not because that's a good idea, but because, like, it's got the lack of range that the plants crave. Then we hope that we can target things down before they hurt us. You've got molten repair. You can tank this. Screw you. Move? Hello? Hello there? Goodbye? Yeah, this thing is fucking cracked. Love that. Their aim has gotten better. Ooh, 25 repair after every wave. That is really tempting. That means we can start taking damage on the Dracan, and we won't care all that much. Obviously we don't want to take damage on it. The thing is still made out of fucking paper. Which is funny considering it's multiple like it's dozens, if not hundreds of tons of fucking steel. Ah. This goes run away, little one. Oh, okay. That's it. That's really? That's the line of sight issue right there? Cool. Very cool line of sight issue. There we go. Like, we do get 2 if we finish the side objective, but it's not always the same currency. Mind drop deals reduced damage, but the interval between explosions is significantly reduced. I don't care. Mind drop explosives set the tile on fire when they trigger. Mind drop explosives blind an enemy damaged by them. Ah. Fire. Fire. Let's not, honestly. What do we have for money? We've got 200. We can buy something. Every single... it's my 380. Defend the resistance safe house. Okay. We've got high ground in the middle. I wonder how this map's gonna go. So this thing is a problem. Modern repair to epic. Let's. Actually, many things are a problem right now. Hold up, everything's an issue. We can't get to this cover, and this is gonna come up here. I think we're gonna be standing here for a second. Of course they have range, fuck. There we go. So that was most of our armor now. There goes most of our armor. These houses are incredibly problematic. Crit chance, damage, repair, blah 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 blah. Blah. I'm like not really hyped on any of this. 3% crit chance, considering what source of crit chance we've seen by now, seems almost negligible. There is borderline no good cover to grab. We can grab this, but we're decentralizing too much. But I think we're just going to be sitting like this. Yep. And against those, we do need to move in. I don't need to move in that much. If I find the ranged upgrade for it, then we can take these normally. But I reckon that was legendary, so we're not going to see it for a bit. Where is the enemy? I wish I knew. What if we don't interact with this? What if we interact with this, like, we're just sitting here? What are they gonna do, right? Like, hurt us? Nah. Blueprints. Oh. Oh, they are gonna hurt us. That's exactly what they're going to do. Fuck. How is that still in range? What the fuck? How was that still in range? Why are you moving? I never told you to. Please stop. Sometimes mechs do weird movement things. It's probably because you tell another mech to move where they were. I don't mind this at all. And then we have the flames of the throwing and the guns of the shooting. What the fuck? There we go. Definitely some weird jank with movement sometimes. Let's see. We can find this. This is probably slightly less valuable. Never mind, that was a shit ton of damage. That was a shit ton of damage. Ah, Ruthless Execution. Each time you Dracan lands a critical hit. I don't know what my crit chance is right now, so we're not picking that. Great. Speaking of crit chance. This is just a shit bonus, right? Like, hold up. This says 1%. Even if this was 5%, with how limited your ability charges are, why would you ever do that? I guess we build crit later. We've intercepted the following message from General Harmsworth. Is it new? There have been reports of resistance movement rearing its head in the north of Scotland. This is no laughing matter, and those who fail our security operations will be punished. But it will be easy to resolve. Oh, yeah, that's the first one we've seen. Okay, so... Oh, not an attack for once. Gain 50 Valor, but we take damage. While moving through a forest, you see a V1 missile rumble into the sky. From about a mile away, you know these older V1 missiles are still being used to bombard areas of resistance in the British Isles. Some of your pilots suggest diverting to destroy the launch site. No. And not afford. That is not the mission. The mission is finding repairs for the Ironclad. That's the mission. Is the quality of one of your enhancements at random? Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. So now we really want to tank fire. We really want to. Hold fast, hold fast. Fast what? A mysterious man addresses you from the shadowy backseat of an impressive car. The death of the king and the invasion was a catastrophe. My associates and I are patriots seeking his brother to rescue him. Will you land us some parts in the name of the crown? We have valuable assets to trade. Mount vehicle heals 100. We don't need to do that. Pay 25 valor to upgrade an enhancement? Sure. And there is Ruthless Execution at max. Oh. You instead order your team to take parts from the monarchist's car. He protests, but realizes the folly of fighting back, so curses you instead. This is treason! You hear him snarl as you leave. Is it though? Or are you just a guy? I think you're just a guy, dude. Alright, this map screams there is no high ground. I mean, there is high ground, we're just not gonna take it.
Get ready for enemies approaching.
So instead, what do we have? A lot of flamethrowers. I think we can tank flamethrowers without them doing anything to us at this point. If we can't, then that's because I don't know how good the molten repair thing is yet. We're going to find out. Epic movement speed. Ooh, interesting. Yes, please. Rapid response flamethrowers. Big fan, big fan. Not really healing. Oh, there it was. Like what, a 20, like a 10% chance? That should be a lot. We'll definitely take, oh, there we go. Look at that. Ooh, that is sexy. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so we can, like, this thing can just tank flamethrowers all day now. Beautiful. Alzarath! Hello, everyone. Welcome on in. How was your stream? How are you doing? Tell me all about it. And also, is this just flamethrowers? Like, if it's just flamethrowers, you legally need to tell me. Because, like, I need to tell you that I like that. Oh, don't look at that. Like, I will tank them. I will tank the high ground. Fuck it. Like, what are they gonna do? Repair me? Oh no. Oh, ooh, no. Okay. Okay. I accept. That was bad. That was very bad. No, not from... and of course they come from there, okay. So the high ground damage pushed us over to the edge there. We cannot take the high ground damage. I guess pretty good, just don't remind me of the boss we just fought. Ooh, I don't even know what it is. What is that? That's the wrong health. That's the wrong armor. That's the wrong crit shots. Wonderfully, wrongfully shuffled. Oh, there the explosion guys are coming in. Where are you going?
Ready for orders. I'm here.
Don't! Like, target this thing! You have, like... You're the end... Oh, ah! The fact that you cannot say, hey, I want you to target this is so annoying. So very, very annoying.
The final enemy wave is approaching.
Basically, if Resident Evil and a tactical JRPG had a baby. Oh no, that sounds cool though. No, you can't do that. I don't have time. No. Why? Why would you say that? Do you think that's okay to say? PS1 game? Ah, okay, never mind. Okay, thank you. You saved me. You saved me from having to do the retro thing. Whoa. Once again, you are the anti-explosion mech. Why are you not targeting the explosion thing? Entirely fucking beyond me. So annoying. So that just got grilled. Never mind. We had a good run there. That held up for a while. Until now. Until exactly now. Was tempted to lead it on a bit before revealing it was PlayStation 1. Fair enough. I mean, Misty knew it, right? So, pretty aged. Yeah, in that case. Like, don't care. Critical hit chance. Critical hits if exposed. 20% critical hit chance. Yes, please. Very cool. The event. As you venture deeper into the unscouted location, your eyes catch the scavenger, hunched over the remnants of a fierce battle, meticulously picking through the debris. I mean, I wish I didn't, but 5% more critical chance. I must thank you for eliminating my weaker soldiers. They were not fit to serve the Axis. You will not have the same success against the best of the best. I guess, dude. Yeah. You come across a high-ranking Axis engineer. We did this already. 100 is enough to buy anything anyway, so let's just get an upgrade. Yep. And then we'll have advanced combat. LGB says 8 to 12 hours to beat on 4 discs. 4 discs, my dude. 4 discs. Okay, so this is dead.
Ready for orders. Enemy spotted.
Weapons ready. Ready for orders.
Of fucking course. High ground damage, crit chance for the Thunderhead sounds lovely. 10% fire rate for it sounds even lovelier. We would like to avoid the bullets. No. We need to avoid the bullets. I said avoid the bullets. Okay, and then... I hate... Oh, God. You can plant this onto a tile that already has a mech on it, right? What you can't do is put it on a tile and then have a mech walk onto it.
It's no match for us.
Now we heal.
Get ready for enemies approaching.
I'm tempted to abandon these. Wounded Wrath. When it's dealt damage, it deals increased damage for a short period of time. We're tanking a lot, right? Let's do that. All of these damage percentages, obviously, the more meta you do progress, all of these damage percentages start falling off with how crazy, like, the fucking meta for it is. So who bloody knows? Like, what do I care about 20% damage increase if I have weapons that give me 30 or 40 or 50 or whatever they'll give in the end? Love the fact that they bombed me out of the only cover that can keep me alive. Tactical. Cool of them. But also annoying. Can't even move the flamethrower in there. It just dies too quickly. Well, we can. Yeah, that works. Nope. Every time, like, you see one of those explosions happening, you're like, okay, move all the mechs. Oh, yeah, the fucking command vehicle, of course. Duh.
Clear the area and complete your objective.
And now we don't have cover anymore. So, instead, we are doing what? There's no more cover here. These are explosive. Like, no, we need explosives. It seems we're tanking them exactly on this, which is an awful idea. Hey, consider. Actually, you know what? You should probably come up here.
Show me the
Can't move this closer because they'll target it if I do. Actually, no. You stay there. You stay... Nope, now they're moving already. Too late. That is a lot. Let's see. Well, are they gonna come up there? Who knows? I reckon they will, right? I want to scream. Of course they didn't. Oh, fucking course they didn't. Civilians, more like emergency cover. Kind of, right? They're more like ablative health bars.
You're taking critical damage.
No, I'm not. Shut it. You're not helping. This is okay. I'm being very rough about this, Gray. I'm being very rough about this because I don't think this is okay. Visually, I think this is fine, right? But the structure of it is fucking annoying. You have to meta progress in order to do anything, which means your first 2 runs minimum are going to feel like they felt like an absolute waste to play. The first one doesn't because you don't know it yet by then. The second one is you're just waiting to get all 3 mechs, and there's no reason to do that. There's no reason to slow roll it like this, right? There are legitimate criticisms about this. Set me up for unnecessary comparisons. Yeah, like I said. Often very productive. I mean, there is a lot of people shoveling a lot of garbage, right? There is a lot of, quote-unquote game developers. I mean, they are game developers. The quote-unquote was unnecessary. That develop a lot of dog shit. That is absolutely true. Absolutely. Zilly, don't do shit like this. Like, this is like the wrong channel to like copy-paste large messages and think that that's funny. Like, I don't deal with shit like this. Especially not if someone like legitimately tries to reflect on the shit they just said and like goes like, hey, I can do better than that. Let me explain why. Like, the last thing is like, oh, let me copy paste that because wall of text, isn't that cool? Like, don't do that.
Where is the enemy? Searching for prey. Under fire.
We're tanking this, aren't we? I'm taking this. Move. 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 Okay, and we're instantly leaving. Ah! Begone, foul knave! Fucking hell.
Let's rest up before our next operation.
Okay, so that was our first advanced thing. Yeah, I can see what it does. It adds more things and they do more things. That's cool enough. The attacks have a chance to inflict burn. The flamethrower needs an upgrade to inflict burn. Isn't that funny? Haha. Can't do anything here. Alright, we're getting to a boss fight. I wanted to at least do that. We're getting to a boss fight. We've got control of the lab. We need to get Hobart out of there before Harmsworth arrives. Let me guess, he arrives in a giant fuck-off mega mech. Oh my god, he does. That thing's so cool. What the fuck? Yo, you're so cool. I do like the mech designs, I'll tell you this. I do like the mech designs in this a lot. What the fuck is that? Not a drop pig, am I? We meet at last. I am General Harmsworth, and you are going to be dead very soon indeed. You will never take Dr. Hobart away from me. The work she's doing is going to make me the richest man on the planet. Let's get this over with. Any color mech you like, as long as you're dead. What do you mean, any color? Protect the lab, Commander. We need Hobart alive.
The Axis forces are
Okay. Okay? I reckon he doth shoot. Yeah, he doth shoot. There's no reason to eat that cover just yet. We just need... Oh! Oh! Of course there's also garbage coming. Oh, this is an ad fight as well. So we can't react to these now, by the way. These are way too far out of line for us to, like, go there and do something about it. Which means what we're doing instead is we are moving to one side. Maybe. Through the fire and the flames. We're doing something. Whether it's carrying on, I'll let you decide.
Where is the enemy?
Mines. Okay, those cannons are 360. Those cannons are 360.
Careful, you're taking critical damage. Where is the enemy?
Let's see. An ambush.
Where's the fight?
Can we can do things, but like, can we though? I'm not giving up that artillery position. I'm gonna keep that. Zoop. And then we can jump jet onto whatever these ads are gonna be. Wonderful. We needed to do that anyway. And now what? Now what? We could be up here, but really what we should be is like firing, right? Like that's the only thing we should be doing. Is it overheated or something? Oh, I think it overheated. We are turning around. That's beautiful. I didn't expect that. Dodge, dodge, dodge. They are approaching indeed. And they're operational again. I would like to be up there, but up there is like bad. Please shoot it? You don't have to allow it to get back up. You can just keep shooting it. Oh, he has flamethrowers. Phase 2. Phase 2, phase 2, phase 2. Nope, that was wrong. That was wrong. Let's see. You there. That's a lot of flamethrowers. That is a lot of critical damage. We're hiding there. We can... Oh. We're down again. We're down again. Oh, that's some cooldown shit. Fuck. Okay, we're just going down. We're just going down. It'll be fine. Would it? Pardon. Some mines there. Move that. I would love to heal my flamethrower. Oh, we're getting to. No, we're not. That's going down. That's not going down. We're taking this down. I don't feel like we did any damage there. Water was down. But this is all we have. This is it. This is the last bit of Schusten that we have. We're out of abilities. We're out of things. Tear it down. Nice. That was a cool fight. Blast! I was on the live stream before. I'm proud to be British. Must take down Dr. Z. I can be useful. I'm a powerful man. Please! Please! No! Blah! Imbecile! I'll make you pay! Excellent work. Retrieve Dr. Hobart immediately and make sure she's safe and well. Then await evacuation. We'll bring you back to Scotland by air and you can repair and upgrade your mechs. The good doctor, meanwhile, can get to work finishing up the EMP. We're one step closer to freeing the world of Dr. Z. Bully good show. So he was British after all? He was British after all.
Good job.
Yeah, exactly, Hatchney. It kind of feels like the Valkron ships, right? Billy Ferguson, a talented maestro commanding his mech to rain down precision airstrikes. Ooh, precision airstrikes. Regenerative bulkhead. Dirty propulsion unit. Powerful critical capacitator. Powerful scope attachment. The attachment is the entire weapon, mind you. Oh, lore? A predictable failure. Armsworth has always been one concerned with fattening himself. He did not believe in my future. He never believed in anything. Yo, that's just... Listen, lady! I know the evil fucking overlord convention is right over there, but did you really fucking have to win that cosplay? Like, there is not a thing in the world that you can wear that shows that you're more evil than an entire wolf. Like, fuck fur, you've got to use the entire wolf. I mean, not only does that kind of look like shit, but that has to be impractical, right? That has to be impractical. Like, you try to use that rifle, you go into like an aim stance with that head is gonna like rum off. Like, plus you're doing the dumb shit of like having your arms like of your coat just like hang there. This coat is falling off 2 times per minute. You are inconveniencing yourself just for the sake of looking like a dumbass. And I know that, because I look like a dumbass a lot. You, on the other hand, a vision of the new world. Really? Because she's not a fucking fashion icon of the new world, I can tell you. Oh, sorry, I'll stop going on about it now. The brilliant Helena von Sturm, I need you to protect Scandinavia from the insolent resistance. I'm ready for them. This will be fun. Today we're accessorizing with gas masks. Okay, now I'll drop it. I'm annoyed. Okay, that is a lot of things. Next thing, if you want to have meta progression, make these things like meaningful and not click, 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 click. Oh, look at all the 50 million things we just did. Try not to do that. Unlock an additional upgrade for each of your pilots. Increase the move speed and health of the command vehicle. Increase the number of possible craftable modules. Okay. Unlock an additional module slot for each of your mechs. Reroll rewards, sure. And a claim haul or something. There isn't enough delay there for me to be annoyed by it. They sort it so you can just click it. The archives. Of course you're going to force me into them. You now have access to the archives where you'll be able to access information about your past missions. Okay. Recruits fund. Each mission with 50 black coin. Like, I think we're supposed to, like, win the war effort, right? So why do I... No, never mind. To use fuse modules in your inventory. Fusing modules together creates higher quality modules. Okay. Okay. There, give me the fucking cover. We're moving away from the British Isles now, obviously. These Sceptered Isles. Archives. The War Journal. Stats. Cool. Run history. Runs. And that is all. Alright. You smell that? That's the smell of my new forge, where you'll be able to do module fusion, which is the perfect way to breathe new life into your old unwanted modules. Let's head to the inventory and see what spare modules we can fuse into something powerful. Let's do that, but like not right now. before we do anything, I would like to see whether we can, you know, movement speed and health. That's kind of cool. Give me that. I thought he said he was going to rip out the other one and then it had to be thrown away. That seems to not be true. Weapon. We have 50% damage, 10% high ground, 14% crit chance, 15% damage, and 30% crit damage, 10% damage. That's a lot of damage. Let's give the Dragon something. We don't want to go high ground with it because... But crit chance, it has crit damage talents that we've seen. So we want base crit chance for this thing. So, toggle fusion. Welcome to module fusion. Choose modules from your inventory on the left to prepare them for fusion. Select 3 modules and when you're ready, initiate the fusion process to create something even more powerful. Choose wisely though, as once selected, these modules will be consumed in the fusion process, sacrificing them to forge a stronger, more powerful upgrade. Yeah. Will be 1 quality level higher than the lowest quality module used in the process. For the best results, try using 3 models of the same quality. Oh, you gave me these. Okay. Button! A weakening scope attachment. Critical hit chance and weakness damage. Okay. And then we need new ones. So for example, let's say we buy this, right? And then we say, hey, what about this? Ammo loader. 33% fire. No, I'm gonna be okay. Okay. 40% crit chance, 20% weakness damage, 50 health. Sure, give me that. That goes into the Dragon, right? Yes. There we go. I don't even know who we're giving this to. I mean, obviously fire rate, right? This thing seems to want all fire rate because it has a lot of on-hit effects that can trigger. This thing has like crit scaling, and this thing is just... I haven't seen the specifics for it yet. I've only seen raw stats. What are the lock mechs? Oh, that's what these are used for. That's what blueprints are used for. I was wondering. One thing I was gonna bring up was, hey, I didn't get a new mech for that run. That's a bit lame. That's because that's not how that works. Ooh, you look pretty. I want you. Oh. Behold, Missile Frog, a Warbringer. An explosive class mech manufactured by Warhead. Its dual launches will allow it to fire at multiple enemies at once. Oh. Okay, so let's have a look at things, shall we? Unfortunately, I believe there's no way to see raw. So it has 100 less raw health than the Thunderhead. Oh, no one gives a shit. Where's the damage? Movement speed is 11 plus 12%, so that doesn't help. This thing has more movement speed, baseline. Damage, 30 plus 50%. 4 plus 8. What? Huh? What do you mean, 4? What do you mean, 4? Huh? Fire rate, 45. Fire rate, 45. Oh, no. Weapon range is only 3. What are you supposed to be? High ground, that's all upgrade stuff, right? Yeah, that's all upgrade stuff. 10% crit rate seems to be baseline. I don't understand what the place for this thing is supposed to be. Hey, Strat, how you doing? Putting things into things? Oh, kind of. The other one I really want to check out is, that costs 3. Oh, no, the first one costs 1, the next one costs 3. I see now. I see now, okay. Okay, you know what? You know what? Very, very quickly. Very, very quickly, chat. I'm going to bring this thing. Because I want to see what it's supposed to be doing. We're not going to play the rest of this run. But But I'm intensely interested what this thing's niche is supposed to be, because its niche looks stupid.
Tell me what you need. Advancing to cover.
It looks cool. Like, I like it.
It's ready.
But that's all I can say right now. Oh! Never mind! So, the fire rate is the same one. The amount of projectiles fucking isn't. Yeah, check this out.
Soldiers down.
That's what it is. It's just that that's unreadable in the mech description. Oh, okay. Okay. Alright. Alright, Twitch chat. Alright, ducklings. So much for that. So much for that. What do I think? Let's see. I think the structure is fucking rough. And by rough I mean it's not good. Let's not beat around the bush, right? Like let me not like do the diplomacy shit here for a war game. I think the structure of this game is pressed into is super rough. It is hyper meta progression heavy, and the skill and tactics and strategy expression that this aims for isn't quite there. What you're basically doing is you're matching one of 3 unit types up against the one that it's strong against, and then maximizing overlapping fields of fire. That's it. Trying to pick a position that has enough cover to be behind. But there isn't enough cover. So I would have wished for way more when it comes to like the tactical aspect of it. As it stands, it's pretty basic at that. The progression I really dislike. I really dislike it. I've said it multiple times per stream. I'm trying to get everything into one format now. Is that your first run is basically wasted. You are on 2 mechs, but there are 3 damage types. So you will always take super damage from one of those types. And there is too many enemies for you to clear. Like, you're clearly just missing stats. Your second run, you will still not be able to unlock this. For your second run, you need to then complete enough objectives in order to unlock the 3rd mech type. Or the 3rd mech for a mission. You have the 3rd mech with you. You can swap it at the start of a mission. So the second run feels like a waste. If you don't manage to get those accomplishments within the first run, that's relatively simple, by the way. We got like double the amount that we needed from the second run. Then like your third run is also wasted if you don't manage to get them. You're running into a wall over and over until you're allowed to not run into the wall anymore. That can make playing the game feel futile. And that's not a feeling that you want to invoke in players. It's certainly not a feeling I fucking enjoy. On top of that, I can't phrase this any other way, but you're getting stat checked a lot. There are other ways of progression that you unlock. You can equip items on your mech, right? But those items aren't in-run things. I would prefer if these were a thing that you find in the run, and then for the run, you now equip a weapon. You know how every other fucking roguelike game does their equipment? Like that. Find a weapon in the run, equip it onto a mech. Now for the rest of this run, you have this. Instead, there are weapons that are plus 35% damage, plus 33% fire rate, and other things, like 150 health, plus 40% crit chance, permanent meta progression equipment that you find for your mechs and then install on them that are so, like, tremendously stupid in terms of power they provide that it makes the start of the game feel useless, right? Keep in mind that while you're in a run, you also find enhancements and upgrades for your mechs that are only for the run. And the existence of these items that you equip massively devalues those upgrades. Because a 5% damage upgrade, like a 5% damage enhancement, might not be exciting to begin with, but it becomes even less exciting if you know that it's going into a pool that is already diluted by like 30% damage from a shitty weapon that you picked up on your second run. Right? the more you pick up for these damage enhancements, the less interesting they become, the less they do for you eventually, right? That's what I mean by, like, they become diluted. So you've got a system that makes the game feel, like, bad to mess with, and then that system also devalues another way that you have to build your squad in an actual run. That, well, roguelike if it's meta heavy. No, Toby, that's not the problem. We'll get to that in a second. Give me a second, we'll get to that in a second. So, that's the problem. We have seen many roguelikes, fuck you, by the way, like, I don't give a shit. Not you, Toby, sorry. It's not directed at you. The whole roguelike is absolutely stupid. You will hear people give you definitions that they have heard from someone else. You will hear people spout definitions that were ostensibly made, like, at a gaming convention 10 years ago. There is no good definition for these. And I can tell you this on one basis alone. Or rather, there are many good definitions, but there isn't a unified definition. I can tell you this on one basis alone. None of these games have fuck all to do with rogue. Done. Fuck anything else. Sorry, Toby. So here's the problem. There are many roguelites and roguelikes that have a gameplay loop that is skill testing, that is knowledge testing, that then has meta progression that enables you to side grade, that has like horizontal integration, that enables you to make a run easier, but that do not cross the border of being able to make the run possible. The worst balanced roguelites out there are the ones where you need the meta progression in order to make any progress. And that is what Grid and Valor falls into. You need these upgrades. You are getting stat checked. There is a wall that you cannot overcome. It does not matter how skilled you are. And even though, like, we did pretty poorly for the first 2 runs, let's say you find a way for skill expression that allows you to get through those, like, through your first run to the boss. You saw the health bar of that thing, right? You saw how much spawns? I would venture and say, ain't no one killing that shit without upgrades. And if they are, they dedicated a week to coming up with a degen strat for it. Prove me wrong, obviously. If I'm just being bad, then I'm just being bad. We know Twitch streamers, for Christ's sake. But the current shell that Grid and Valor is pressed into, of like forced heavy meta progression, heavy stat meta progression that heavily outweighs like the tactics aspect, right? You just need a gun that's big enough, and then you don't need to worry about it anymore, because you can just have your mech sit on a spot and just shoot anything that comes at you. Is not great. It is awful, and I dislike it heavily. Other than that, if it were devoid of these things, then Grid and Valor's moment-to-moment gameplay would be kind of cool. There isn't much tactics in it. There isn't much strategy in it. Like, we're calling this a tactics game because you move on a grid and there is cover. That does not a tactics game make, right? The positioning is very basic. There is no, as far as I can tell, there is no directionals. There's no like backstabs or something. You're going to be struggling with telling your mechs to attack the right thing, because you can't tell them to attack a thing. You can tell them to go somewhere, but I have yet to find the button that says, hey, attack a thing. Actually, I'm going to check right fucking now. Select unit, order unit. Order unit is movement almost exclusive. Deselect, cycle, select. Usability, freeze time, slow time. Nope. No such thing as far as I can tell. No such thing as attack this target. That leads your, like, flamethrower mech that's really good at killing explosives to, like, not target the explosive mech that's next to it, currently ripping your ballistics mech apart. It is infuriating. It's annoying. And overall, I'd say if you're looking for a tactics experience, this one is, like, rudimentary and no. If you're looking for, like, a stompy mech game where you get to, like, upgrade shit over time, and you get to massively feel that power increase by giving your mech a new gun, then this isn't actually the worst for that specific audience. I am not that audience. I can tell you that for a fact. But I know that there is an audience for it because that's cool, right? Like, that shit is kind of cool. Like, putting plus 50% damage on a thing and then watching it rip shit apart, that's kind of cool. However, like, the more you will, the more that you equip these mechs with this, like, really annoying progression system, the less the rudimentary tactics that are in the game will matter. And that ultimately is what makes me go, I don't think so. Because what I want from a tactics game is, with progression, a deepening of the tactical pool, an opening up of options. I want the ability to do more, to be able to look at, like, high ground I couldn't potentially take before and go like, hey, I can take this now, to be able to open up like options and abilities that I can mess with, to like get a much wider array of things that I can do. Grid and Valor so far feels like you progress, and the things that you need to do become more shallow. Yes, there is, like, you can get different pilots with different abilities. They all have one ability. That's not... and you can get different mechs that handle differently, but they're always going to be one of 3 categories, and I think there's 9 of them, which is decent enough. Considering that you're pretty much always forced to bring one of each category, I don't think, like, deep runs of this with, like, without that are anything. Considering that's the case, it limits variety a little, but I think, like, 3 different mechs for every role, that's decent, right? That is decent. But ultimately, progressing in this will make the rudimentary tactics even less prevalent. And that's not something I'm interested in. Last but not least, to round this out, as always, I'm going to have to give you the disclaimer. Today was a sponsored stream. I've been working with Guillotine, who've reached out to me to cover the game. The reason why I tell you this is because, oh god, the game also like mutes its sound when I tab out. I love that on a borderless window game. But the reason I tell you this is because even though I might be ranting right now about it, always keep, like, streamer biases for shit like this in mind, right? Like, always keep garbage like this in mind. It bloody matters. It really bloody matters. So, last but not least, if this is something that you would enjoy, then over there is the Steam page. There is no fancy tracking link. This is just the raw Steam page. And that's it. That's it for my discussion for Grid and Valor today. You know what? Now that I grabbed the Steam page, I'm gonna have to say one more thing. This annoys me a lot. I see like the video they play on the Steam page right now, right? And it shows like a lot of fire being traded. Like your mech standing there like trading fire with other mechs. And that might be something that happens later on in the game when you have a shit ton of health that can actually tank this. But I can tell you right now, if that happens, if you are actually like actively trading fire with the enemy over and over, you're losing. That looks cool for a trailer, but it's probably not your moment-to-moment gameplay experience. Actually, fucking unlikely that it is. Anyway, Twitch chat, the ultimate last thing I have to do today, before I will leave you, is to thank you all for your time. I'm sorry today ended up so ranty. Have you realized every single, this is actually really bad, every single one of these sponsored streams we've done recently have started with, hey, this is a game that I think looks really cool. And to be honest, I only ever pick up the ones that I think do look cool. And then they devolved into me going, oh, here is why thing is not cool. I'm never getting sponsored for shit ever again. Eventually, I'm never getting sponsored for anything ever again. All right, everyone. Ducklings, with that, I will leave you for today. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a great rest of your day or night or evening, whatever it currently is, or wherever you are. Link just went live. I think. Yes, correct. Greg, thank you for 100 bits. I'll sponsor your stuff. I appreciate that. This stream, and honestly, many, many other streams over the last couple of years, sponsored by Craig. Absolutely sponsored by Craig. Not all those games are going to be a cup of tea. Yeah, it's true. It's true. At least I have the luxury of being honest about things. I'm gonna throw you all that link. What is Link even doing? I have no idea. Let's go find out. I'm gonna be back tomorrow, everyone. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. CET. While it is still CET, we're gonna continue Doctor 82. More tactics, turn-based tactics tomorrow. Have a great day. Okay. Bye.